Check me out now. Return of the smooth operator. Shotty on repeat. I say sleep later. This another favor. Consider me your neighbor. Lost a lot of fam in pursuit of the paper. She gon' catch the vapors when we slide by. The way I speak my mind, it's like I peak my prime, but I ain't close. I cruise through the night air. Fantasy a dream. Real world is a nightmare. Like Claire battling the brainless. Learn to live shameless. Talk about me alive, but claim that I'm nameless. You aimless. So I'ma style on them. They washed up. It's a rap. Throw the towel on them. Gaining miles on them. Otakus for the win. Tacos, it depend on the mood that I'm in. Like Finn when it's time for adventure. This some new blue. Get ready to enter my mind for a few. Come and take a ride with the crew. I'ma show you how to recoup days lost when you vibe with the blue. Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. About time to regroup. Fly, got my eyes on the view. Never hear lies, only truth. Realize why they vibe with the blue. 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 I'm talking about vibe with the blue. Vibe with the vibe with the sky. Wait, you know the rest. I'm blessed. I see you frontin' like you ain't impressed, but I still get requests. I'm playing Zelda on the GameCube. I quit spamming my music. Don't ever try forcing the links. That's a high rule. The wind waker, Mother Nature on my side too, controlling the elements. Go and check my avatar. I'm arrows ahead. Get the point. Moving forward, the battle scars accumulated over time are reminders of what I went through as a minor. That made me a grinder. The trees broke down for this loose leaf. If life's a game of death, I'm Bruce Lee. Ooh wee. Lose sleep on the regular, trying to get this word out. Then I crash nebula. Wish I had a very odd parent, maybe two, but it's cool. Everybody pays dues. Now it's time to make moves. Granny didn't raise me to lose. Think I'm in the mood for a cruise. Wanna ride? Come and vibe with the blue. Come 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 vibe with the. Check this out, y'all. I'm back spazzing like the elderly. Worth of my cousin Beverly. Never swear away from the truth. Just ask Heather. Be weather, be tripping. Starting to control like our destiny. Always give you the best of me until the death of me. My weaponry is a paintbrush. Hush, don't tell my secret. They get a hold of it. If you leak it, get it. It's cool. Got you covered though, look. But let me get back to that cool-ish, loose-ish. Why they still lying? They don't do this bad at board games. Whole world clueless, selling they soul for Roof Chris. Who's this honored fella? Need a slice, extra mozzarella. Crew fly, let God propellers. Humanity born like they don't trust fun. Why you dodge the teller? You don't know, but my odds are better. Life's a gamble, depending on who holding the cards. You can start living at large or it's bon voyage. Charge it to the game. Me and you ain't the same. I'm thinking bigger pictures. Why you still shrinking the frame, ever blinking the rain? It helps when your eyes dry. Mob with the bright minds. Think you funny, wise guy? Midnight marauder with a new tribe. Tired of the fake. Come and vibe with the blue sky. Come vibe with the blue sky. Why do you try? We get them high. Take them high. What I do? Come vibe with the blue. Yeah. Come vibe with the blue. Pass what up? Vibe with the.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
I have seen everything that has ever happened, ever will happen, ever could happen, and yet, what the hell is this?
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It's your boy Ernie, Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie. Carter presents. Welcome to episode 251 of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book news stream on this or any other Earth in the multiverse that you can find.
Wait.
Oh, wait. Yes.
Your mic started fucking up. Can you say that last part again? Your mic started messing up.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. The #1 comic book news stream on this.
See.
Oh, wait, did it mess up again?
My headset is weird. Can you say that one more time?
Okay. wait. Oh, wait. Is it the number 23 comic book news? Is it the number 23 comic book news stream on this or any other?
Oh, that's for them dry ass comic book YouTubers with their goofy ass wives. No, what are we again? I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. The #1 comic book news stream.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
On this or any other Earth in the multiverse. Okay.
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was your OBS stuff acting up again.
OBS was probably messing up. That's probably what it was. Don't worry about it. Don't y'all worry about it. So for those actually I need to go XLR.
Every time you tried to say something, the mic just cut out. That was very strange. It was very strange.
Hey, I'm here for it. Man, look, we got we got a jam packed show here today for you. But don't forget, while you are here, because I've been noticing we've been having some problems with this. But if you're watching this stream and you're enjoying it, and you look down and you see that little thumbs up button and it ain't highlighted, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take care of that big time. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and take care of that.
If you don't mind, go ahead and hit the like button on the #1 comic book media stream in this and any other multiverse. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Carter, and I present to you somebody who just love wearing they goddamn candy shirt, who disgustingly kept the beard but cut off the mustache. Blerd, I want to start these a little bit different because I want to get right to the shits.
Let's do it.
So that we don't take up too much time BSing. Because that timestamp makes me laugh every single time.
Oh, Lord.
Ernie.
Yes.
What you been reading?
Oh, man. Actually, I just got done reading Roxxon Presents Thor. I just got finished reading that. And I read 22 chapters of Demon Slayer last night on the toilet.
You see? Y'all called us crazy. Y'all called us gross. Y'all called us nasty. Books getting read on the bathroom toilet. I'm trying to tell you.
Look, let me
Scrubs called it the Epiphany toilet for a reason. You can read and have brilliant ideas before you even got to reach for the toilet paper. You
just saying. I'm just saying.
But what did you think of that Roxxon branded microtransaction feel?
I loved it. I loved it. It was fantastic. It was it was like, honestly, I'm not gonna bullshit you. I thought about making it my my recommendation for this week. I thought about it, but the only reason I'm not is because I watched something that I really enjoyed. But no, it was great. It was great. All the shots.
Whoa. You just tried to skip over that. You said something you what?
Watched.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has finally happened. He has finally put respect on the house that Zack Snyder has built. You watched Rebel Moon Part 2, didn't it?
No. No, I watched, I finally sat down and watched all of, well, it means I say all as if it was like some Herculean task. I watched all of Parasite the Grey.
Okay. Okay.
which I really enjoyed. Especially, well, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody in case someone has any designs on watching it. But there were some pretty cool little moments in it. I was quite pleased with it. I was very pleased with it actually. As a fan of the original, I never read the manga per se, at least not to its entirety. But the anime Parasite the Maxim, I really enjoyed that. So I kind of went into it with that energy, and watching Parasite the Gray, while doesn't really have anything to do with the original story. It's like its own thing.
Yeah.
But it takes place in that universe, if that makes sense.
I got you.
But yeah, no, but yeah, Thor, Roxxon Presents Thor was fantastic. It down to the writing credits, written by Roxxon's Al Ewing, drawn by Roxxon's Greg Land. I also want to point out something. This is probably the one comic I've read.
To keep his ass. That's who need to keep him.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It was funny because I could tell Greg Land had a sense of humor with a lot of the things in that book, because I saw more instances of him like referencing his own work. Like it was like going through that whole comic was like Greg Land's greatest hits. Like it was like, I was like, oh yeah, this shot right here where old girl was trying to get inside the Elon Musk mobile. I was like, damn, that's from his Phoenix. I was like, oh hey, this shot right here, Thor, that's his Cyclops from like, so and so forth. Oh, here, this is his Reed Richards from blah blah blah. This is his Sue Storm from here. It was interesting. It was interesting. I love Al Ewing because he always has something to say. Video incoming. I've been really busy, so that's why I haven't done one yet.
Okay.
That said,
okay.
We gotta do this right here. Because we got some respect put on us here. And I want to make sure we don't miss it. We have got, for one, let's get this out of the way. Get out of the way, Elgato. For now. We got 20 from Levesta the Samurai. Says going to catch going to catch the replay on the overnight shift, but I want to drop my donations. You good brothers have a great show and a wonderful weekend.
Thank you.
You do the same and don't work too hard.
I feel you with those overnight shifts, my brother. I know how they can be. Do what I did. Go buy a Switch.
There you go. or if you can find one of them old Vitas.
Oh man, hey, mine is literally on the bed. I went to reach for it and it wasn't right here. But thank you so much for adding that penny.
Look at this guy.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man.
Look at this guy. Look, who is this man? Who is he? Also, shout out to I Am Gregor D, who just gifted 5 over on the Twitch side. Look at that, man. Out here. Look at that. Love to see it. And also, you know what? Even though this isn't a super chat, but we're gonna address this anyway because I think it's pretty damn awesome. And Zombie Mitch says, joy is getting to spend your 47th birthday morning with the Blerd Cave. Look at that.
Hey.
Look at that. That's love right there. Hey, first off, happy birthday. We're gonna drop the bomb for you, man. There. Look at that. Happy birthday. Look, I almost want to get the get you that stylized happy birthday.
Oh, you didn't gotta do that. Mitch, I want you. Thank you for spending your 47th birthday morning with us. I want you now to go spend $47 on 47 different women and turn them 47 different ways, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
This motherfucker. Carter, let me ask you. Let me return the question, man. What have you been checking out, man? What you been up to, man? What you been doing? What you got going on?
So I was actually, when I saw that Avengers Twilight came out this week, That was a full stop. Work, like all work for me stopped. I also was reading, because even though you said you're getting like MCU T'Challa vibes from it, I did read this most recent issue of Ultimate Black Panther. The ending didn't hit for me like it hit for everybody else. Spoilers if you have not read it, but have you read it?
Yeah, I put a video out for it.
I got to that final page and said, "Oh, kryptonite."
So just to give y'all just to give you a little preview, and if you haven't watched the video yet for Ultimate Black Panther #3, just to give you a little preview. So Carter said kryptonite. I said wellspring of power.
But yeah, man. Like I was telling you yesterday, I hit you up and I told you about like me going to that comic shop, and the thing that I'm actually going to be recommending, since I just want to go ahead and get recommendations out the way real quick. We are not doing 3 hours. Was All-Star Batman from Scott Snyder, and will probably be the only book with John Romita Jr. on art that I will ever own. This was actually because I like to try to take messed up stuff that has happened to me and make it funny. And I told Ernie about this like a couple weeks back. All the recommendations for me for the next couple of weeks are just going to be books that were stolen out of my car. And this was one of them. Okay. I had this in single issues for no other reason than the first arc of All-Star Batman with the Two-Face story. And you all know I'm a really big Two-Face fan. So that's number one. That's going to be my recommended this week. But I was reading this, and a buddy of mine who's also a streamer, shout out to Tornado Jones, he sent me this little thing. It's called a Miyu Mini. It's no bigger. I actually sent that picture to somebody. It's no bigger than like a canned Coke, but Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Proper, Nintendo DS. That's another one I forgot is on here. PS1 is all on this little bastard. So I have actually been playing a lot of Charles Barkley, Shut Up and Jam, and Michael Jordan in the Windy City, and a little bit of Maximum Carnage. So
I was really hoping you would lean into the opportunity to say Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Thank you for gifting 5 Blerd Without Fear membership. Super Mishima. So if you're Super Mishima, you are not Heihachi, and I wonder if you're Jinpachi. I do wonder if you're Jinpachi. Thank you for gifting 5. Lawrence Mayberry, G Martinez, Daddy Kaiju, and Bird Nerd. Welcome to the Blerd Cave conglomerate, because I don't want to be Blerd Koa anymore, because Blerd Koa is pretty much dead once the Krakoa stuff ends. So at some point, I'm gonna get him to change the name of it.
Blerd Koa is
Roxxon presents the Blerd.
I mean, hey, if Roxxon want to drop off that bag, I'm just saying. Man. I'm just saying.
But yeah, man, I've been pretty basic bitch with my comic reading this week. I'm just reading the stuff that came. Yeah. But that Avengers Twilight, I'm gonna need that book to hurry up and finish for no other reason. I want that hardcover on my shelf. I want that. I want that book, man.
I just love it because Chip's timing is nasty and it makes me happy. I appreciate that right around the time the Supreme Court is trying to figure out how to deal with them January 6 terrorists, he literally dropping commentary on top of their head as we speak. LP3 with the 15 months. Yeah,
y'all just in here, man. He says, happy Saturday to the cave. Y'all as excited as I am to hear about Jason Aaron doing a Namor solo series. This is actually the first I have heard about that.
It was in the solicits. It was like one of the covers I saw for it was him, and it looked like he was wearing like some orange prison jumpers. I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but I will definitely be checking it out. But yeah.
The Notorious Blerd and C Diddy and the Bad Blerd family. You have to get timed out. I'm sorry. I almost did you for 24 hours. I'm gonna just do a minute until you learn your lesson. Okay, that's all we're gonna do. But yeah, we'll tell you another comic that came out this week. Absolutely. I just found out that shit was a thing. That's what people are saying now instead of pause is no Diddy. Y'all are disgusting human beings.
No
But
Diddy. No Diddy.
another comic that came out this week that actually finished that I read was Kill Your Darlings. It ended at issue 8, man.
It did. Yeah. Actually, I need to catch up on that because I saw somebody talking about it on Twitter the other day.
Okay.
Need to get on
I think
that.
that art in that book is nutty. It is actually nutty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to spoil anything about Kill Your Darling, but yeah, issue 8 came out this week. That was the finale. That was another thing I read. Ernie, what are we going to be talking about today, man?
Well, let's go ahead and get into our first thing. Let's go ahead and get our first thing because that's what we do. Let's do. Actually, let's do. Here we'll start with this because this is going to be a little. This is actually going to be a little bit of a PSA. It's a little bit of a PSA here, and because I don't like people to live in disinformation.
Yeah.
So when we talked a little bit ago about the X-Men from the Ashes stuff, we kind of took a peek at the trailer. Yeah. For X-Men from the Ashes. And remember how there were some people who seemed really confused about a pair of characters that showed up at the end of that trailer. Do you remember that, Carter?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So right here, everybody's like, oh man, look, it's Monet and Professor X. They saw a dude walking on some crutches and said, "Yeah, nah, that's Professor X right there."
Lord have mercy.
Well, not the case. Actually,
like it wasn't obvious.
like it wasn't obvious. Well, no, okay, so full disclosure. There were some people I saw that thought that maybe this was. Did you remember Persephone from Hunt for Wolverine? She was the she was the mutant that was basically like reviving people as like not zombies. Well, basically, long story short, that ain't her either. These are two entirely new characters. Made up for this specific era of X-Men comics. So go ahead, get that shit on up out your head. If you were thinking that this is this is exactly who I thought it was. No, it is not. It has actually been revealed that the woman in question is one Dr. Karina Ellis. And the gentleman behind her on the crutches is someone by the name of Scurvy Phillip.
Oh, okay. So he's a pirate, and we have Corinne Steffen's sister.
Something. I don't know. It is. But basically, yeah, these are new characters. These are not the droids y'all have been looking for, basically.
I want to know how many people gonna catch that Corinne Steffen's remark. I just want to know how many people.
Maybe. I don't know. But it is 420. Shit, man, I gotta go get my.
Yeah, it is.
I gotta go get my edibles together. But no. So yeah, long and short of it is, these two characters, they are not who people thought they were. They are not. In any way, shape, form, or fashion, in any stretch of the imagination, either Charles Xavier or Monet or Persephone or Demeter or Aphrodite or Meg or anybody by that stretch. So not a thing.
Am I showing my age, LP3? Am I showing my age? It's some people that caught it. It's some people that caught it.
Oh my God. Super heavy.
We're not gonna say it though. We're not gonna say it though. We're gonna keep it moving. But it's good to know who they are. But at the same time, now that people can't like wish and wonder about who they are, I think now everybody is gonna be more focused on who is Prisoner X.
Well, yeah, the thing is, I think honestly that's look. I ain't gonna lie. After last week's issue of Fall or this week's issue of Fall of the House of X,
Yeah.
yeah, if it ain't Charles, then it was a missed opportunity. Put that motherfucker under the look. Yeah, they say put that motherfucker under the jail. No, put that motherfucker under the school, under the mansion.
Put them under the foundations that make the jail.
Right? Look, was it I started going into Uncle Ruckus, but I was like, that nigga's guilty.
Oh wow.
Anyway, I apologize, y'all. That was
One a show. One a show. One a
apologies.
show, and he said it. It was just one a show. One. But I mean that's cool
Man.
that now everybody can collectively hush when it comes to that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like just because of, and maybe this is because I'm going off of what happened. I'm going off of what happened with Jed McKay's Vengeance of Moon Knight stuff.
Okay.
I could see them trying to pull another swerve because you and everybody else was shocked at who Moon Knight was when he was unmasked.
Oh,
So
yeah, that was genuine shock on my face.
Yeah. So I'm really wondering who they could possibly make, because I feel like that would be too obvious. You know what I mean?
It's
Now,
gonna
have
wind
people
up
have-
being some random motherfucker you ain't thought
Yeah.
about in like.
Now, people
watch
have
it be. What
said-
was that motherfucker's name in the Grant Morrison? Was it Ugly John? Watch it be
I know
Ugly
you're
John. Well, watch it be
talking about
Ugly
this.
John.
I know what you're talking about. But I don't know, dude. I know you and everybody else has talked about how Fall the House of X ain't the best. It's actually kind of just like it is playing hell divers, and every limb is injured, and it is still trying to complete objectives, and you just like, bruh, just die, respawn, and get it over with.
Well, just
So
go back to the ship. Go back to the ship.
now,
Just go back to
now
the ship.
with that being the case, like they could very easily just make it Xavier, but I'm hoping they got something. I do see that they're trying to put the toys back in the toy box, because that's kind of the feeling I was getting when I was reading that issue, just with how Apocalypse was acting. You know, like that was still the Apocalypse from all the Krakoan stuff, but then he's kind of throwing shade at the council that he was previously fucking on, and people are just getting literally sent to the gulag in the name of Groot. And I saw several of y'all asses saying that was Groot. Y'all ought to be ashamed. But it looks like he's going to be going back toward the old regular Apocalypse that we have all known and seen and read for freaking years. So I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
don't know.
just storylines are getting left. Storylines are just like, case in point, Gorgon. Have they addressed Gorgon? Like they addressed Wrong Slide, because of the mutants who were, unalived during Ten of Swords. Those were the two that came back wrong, and have like, okay, you addressed Wrong Slide. Are we going to address the elephant in the room with Gorgon? Is he just going to stay the way he is? That like just staring off into the wild blue, not really hardly saying anything. Like what are we going to do with that? Like I said, it's like I've enjoyed Rise of the Powers of the Boogie to the Beat and Fall of the House of Usher in the Streets, but the everything else around it, like, and this is why I keep saying this. The reason why this worked is because this is all it was. You wasn't getting House of X #1, Powers of 10 #1, and then getting X-Men #22 here, X Factor #14, Wolverine #37 over here, and then you come back. Like, no, it was just House of X #1, House of X #2, Powers of 10 #1, Powers of 10 #2. Like, I kind of wish they'd have done this instead.
I'm kind of upset
because
at
I
myself.
feel like the more they try to like add into it,
Yeah.
it just doesn't hit. Like
Two
even
things
the
that
shit
you
with
could
Invincible Iron Man. Like, it's like, damn, I was like, how'd y'all fuck up Fei Long? Like, y'all just kind of just said, yeah, let's go ahead, hurry, get this motherfucker, get this pink motherfucker the fuck on up out of here.
I mean, Fei Long was going to forever be fucked up for me because I was never going to think about anything other than the Street Fighter character. That's number one. Number two, you pulling out that hardcover really makes me sad that I did not grab that Jonathan Hickman X-Men omnibus when I had the chance, because I saw it in the bargain bin one day. I had called you and I just didn't get it. Number three, seeing everything that's happening now and seeing how the fall and things like that have turned out, it really, really makes me want to reach out to Jonathan Hickman for us, or somebody reach out to Jonathan Hickman, because I honestly, no shade at any of the creators that have put their stamp on this era. I just really, truly want to know everything that you had sketched out, Hickman wise. Like, I really want to just be able to sit down and have a conversation with Hickman about, okay, after you completed this and you did this, what was the whole plan? What was that tapestry that you had that was going to lead to whatever outcome you had? That's something like I really
can answer that question for you.
Okay.
You've seen it. You just saw it in a much faster fashion.
Gotcha.
You've seen, like,
that's the one thing that I've always been wondering is, like, everything that has happened, has it still been what he has wanted, or did he go ahead and dip and go do gods and the ultimate stuff, and just people just had to take what he did and then do how they wanted to do it? I was just wondering how closely they followed Hickman's plan.
I'm sure they changed some things. And I would probably even say some things probably for the better. Because there were some aspects of Hickman's stuff that I was like, I don't know about that. Like, but I feel like when Hickman got out the door, they kind of pushed the button. They pushed the fast forward, like, not immediately, but like you could tell, like, after Reign of X and Destiny of X, it was like, okay, this is done. Let's get this where it needs to go. Because, like, I can tell you right now, if Hickman actually would have stayed on, I think everyone would have gotten what they wanted, as far as, like, oh, Krakoa is going to be a thing for like 10 years or something like that. But the problem with that is, I think you would have gotten what you wanted, but then, like, you would have probably hated where it was going, and it would have lasted longer. Like the thing that people don't like would probably have lasted longer, because, like, they're operating largely off of, like, his notes. But, you know, like I said, making some changes here and there for sure. But, like, let's also be real about why this is happening, and actually probably why. If you kind of look deeper into it, why maybe Hickman left in the first place. Because the writing was on the wall. Because, I mean, clearly his issue wasn't with Marvel, because he's still writing shit for Marvel. But he got the fuck out of Dodge on X-Men, because he probably knew he wasn't going to get to play with that world that he was making for too much longer.
We got two people in the chat right now, and I don't know how true these are, but we have nobody except me saying that based on Hickman's interviews, he didn't really have a solid thing plotted, and then Splosh followed him saying that Hickman has said on other podcasts that Moira turning villain was not in his grand design. Now, I don't know how true that is. I haven't listened to those podcasts. If you all want to send them to me on Discord, by all means, I want to listen to them, because I want to know what he had planned out. But I will say that, like, I honestly want to know what he was going to do. But at the same time, just with what you're saying, I feel like a lot of that wouldn't have hit. Because I don't think a lot of it would have hit the way a lot of people think. Because let's go back to, like, Hoxpox and stuff like that. The main thing you and I used to talk about a lot was, like, all that stuff that was happening in, like, year 10 million with Mega Man Zero and Bass floating around over there. And the only kind of representation we ever got from any of that was what, the Rasputin 4? Voltron 5, whatever that's what his name is. That's really the only thing that got pulled from that kind.
No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect.
Okay.
The Nimrod and Omega Sentinel stuff from that time frame. Then also Year 1000, all the Phalanx stuff that's going on right now, all the stuff with like the Dominion, all that stuff is very like all that stuff's there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's there. It's just that it's not like in a way that, like, I'll give Hickman this. I could agree with him on the fact that, like, I would agree with anyone who says that, whether it's true or not. If Hickman said that, Moira not turning evil was not in his plans, I could believe that, because when it happened, it felt like it came literally from out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere,
when they did, like, and to be fair, I was kind of okay with it, but like, I was hoping that she wouldn't turn like full mustache twirling villain. I was kind of hoping she'd be more like villain with a purpose.
Well, she can't have a mustache just because she's a robot. They can't grow one.
I mean, that's true. I mean, if she can grow a metal tail out her ass, she can grow a mustache.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, don't I did. I'm about to say,
oh my God, that was so stupid.
Also, and I think I've actually said this before in previous videos, I feel like making Moira just another version of Omega Sentinel was not the wisest choice, because like they should have just because think about it. Omega Sentinel and Moira right now, they're the same character. I think the only difference is Moira has lived multiple timelines. Omega Sentinel has only lived 2. That's the only difference between their characters right now.
For somebody that don't watch wrestling anymore, I just got a wrestling reference in my head. But Sir Yuri G is saying that having Moira return into the Candace Owens of mutants wasn't on my bingo card during that run. But here's where my mind went. It reminded me of like when in pro wrestling, when during like the COVID, I think it wasn't during COVID, but you remember when every good guy got hurt? So they just had to make Edge heel with Judgment Day out of nowhere. That's what this reminds me of. Like all the good guys are gone, so we just got to do something. So yeah, that was very, 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 very random, and it came out of left field. But you was just supposed to just rock with it.
I'll give you this.
Just rock with it.
The only thing that kind of made it palatable was that in Inferno, it was Hickman's plan, because it was his story where he told this.
Yeah.
That Moore was trying to bring back her mutant cure. And I feel like that beat got taken and just ran with. And that's probably why people in the X office gravitated more towards, because I mean, you don't really come back from that. You don't really come back from trying to bring back a cure that literally stops a person from being a mutant before they're even born.
Did Hickman leave before or after 10 of Swords?
After.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, because 10 of Swords was him and Teenie Howard. And Inferno was his last hurrah. That was when like you went into, that was what led into like Destiny of X.
See, and that's one thing I honestly
or the precursor to Destiny of X.
You know how many people like, because even I just said I wanted to know what his grand design was. Not dunking on anyone that came after he left, but thinking about 10 of Swords, it's just like, well, from what I read, like, you already know what time it is with me when it comes to 10 of Swords and the Emma Frost Shadow clone, whatever that woman's name was.
Saturnine.
Like that wasn't just hidden for me, but I still want to know like what else he had planned out. But just getting back on point, y'all were wrong. That was not Xavier and Monet, and we still don't know who Prisoner X is. We just know that we want Xavier in dirt and then put the cement down and then put that wood grain paneling down and then start putting the school together. That's all we know right now. Oh, but we do have a good 5 from Anarchy Hamster. I don't know why the hamster is an anarchist. Maybe he that hamster from damn Overwatch. My big thing is, where is Sync? He called out Nimrod and then vanished. Why are only the white mutants attacking Nimrod? There are more people of color than Storm. So the last thing I remember with Sync was he had his version of, let me not say his version, the real X-23 before she got pulled out the womb again. was in his mind because she didn't make it, and then he was sweating like a hoe in church because he was trying to keep her and him in there at the same time. And then I believe Sync got worked by Nimrod.
No.
I cannot fully remember what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna take us back down memory lane. I'm gonna take us back down memory lane because I don't want you to. I don't want to see you go out like this.
I remember the book because I know that Phil Noto did the art.
Yeah. This was what happened. Sync channeled Storm's power.
Yeah.
And he hit Nimrod. He hit Nimrod with the Rainmaker and brought Nimrod down to his knees.
Yeah.
And then Nimrod pieced the fuck out.
Okay.
Nimrod got on down and said, he was like, I don't want no mo. And basically Sync took everybody and got the fuck on out of Dodge. That was the end of that encounter.
What issue was I thinking of where it looked like he just slaughtered him because they were talking about it in the past tense? Was that like the issue, or maybe an issue or two prior?
You're thinking about Rise of the Powers of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, you're thinking about Rise of the Powers of 10. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, here's the thing. So here, okay, let me get on this other part of this. Look, here's the thing. This is the thing that is pretty common in sadly, it's pretty common in comics, and that is default whiteness.
Oh Lord.
Default whiteness. And if you don't know what I mean when I say default whiteness, it means that when you can't think of anything else to do, you just default back to white people. Like just whatever is in your head, you think, oh yeah, the white folks, yeah. It's just kind of like remember that y'all. I know y'all remember what I'm talking about here, because I think I brought this up because of the cover for X-Men number 700, which is coming up in a couple more issues. But this right here, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know. Y'all seen this image. But like, how I talked about how like, yeah, look at all this. Look at all these white folks. Look at all these white folks. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look, I don't think I have to repeat myself, but I just want to say that motherfucker remembered 2 cables, the step for cuckoos. Motherfucker remembered to put in at least 2 robots, 3 if you count Omega Sentinel. A little purple ass dragon. A piece of some vines down here, but he could not. And an airplane, but couldn't remember to put. Oh, and a giant ass fucking alligator robot. Forgot about Pog. So yeah, he can remember put all that, but he couldn't put he could only put was this Storm. We gonna count Apocalypse, even though he light bright 2 shades from white and that blue, but he remembered to put Gateway and Forge, and everybody's like, oh, okay, yeah, he did good. Yeah, look at him, pat on the back for Pepe Larraz. He did good. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. But no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to pat Pepe Larraz on the back for that. And he admitted that he fucked up. Like, and before anyone tries to be like, oh well, no, man, he wasn't trying to trying to do that, because when someone asked him about it, this Here, let me zoom this out a little bit. This was his reply. Someone asked, they said, hey, I understand if you can't answer this, but were you allowed to choose who you included here, or were you given a specific list of X folks to include? And he says himself, it was my call this time. Of course, I had to leave out a lot of great characters. And it hurts to me, especially for my Gen X guys, Jubilee, Monet, Chamber, Sync, Husky, and so on and so forth. But I got Brew, Lactuca, Quentin, and Pogger Pog, and the Blackbird. Okay, so he said that, but let's also look at this one. He also, when it was brought up, because someone else asked and they said, wow, only 7 out of 45 characters being people of color is crazy. And someone else came behind him and said, it literally said, girl, what happened? His response was, and you know, like I said, got it right here. Said, I made a selection based on the different teams of X-Men along history. X-Men, X-Force, Excalibur, Gen X, New Mutants, New X-Men, Wolverine, the X-Men, Krakoa, Aranko, Orc, etc. But making the cut with that criteria, I forgot to be more equal with different races. You're right. Now, with that said, default whiteness. Now, I want y'all to know something. Pepe Larraz, whole Spanish person. And when I say Spanish, I'm not talking about you Mexican or Puerto Rican or no, I mean he is from Spain. And that is an issue in Spain, is not seeing themselves as, and really I would even say some to a lesser extent the rest of the world not seeing them as such, not seeing them as being a part of that umbrella. And a lot of Spanish people do tend to kind of just see themselves as white and be done with it. So it wasn't even in the forefront of his mind, as it probably would be for somebody else. So just because his last name is Larraz, doesn't mean that he ain't on that bullshit sometimes. With the $20 super chat from Malik Young says, they never explain Moira's heel turn, really. Certainly not at the time. They've concocted unconvincing rationales for it after the fact, but I've never really understood it. Oh, yeah, and let's get these likes up, y'all. Yes, please. Please and thank you. I mean, like I said, the rationale has never been, to me, fully expressed in a way that I think is, like, good enough. Like, I mean, I'll go with it because, I mean, it's just like, okay, she's a bad guy now, whatever. At this point, it's just something we kind of all have to accept. But, I mean, if anything, I feel like it's basically just boiled down to the fact that she is selfish and just does not want to die. That's basically been her thing. She does not want to die. That's... To be fair, getting set on fire will probably have that effect on you. Getting tied down to a chair and getting set on fire by pyro, I would probably feel the same way. But no, she does. And here's the thing. I can make up a prettier story in my head for why she's the way she is than anything that either Hickman or Jerry Duggan or Kieran Gillen or anyone else has given us thus far. And that's just kind of that. JD with the $5 says, Moira robot aside, it's my belief that we are still seeing the story beats that Hickman designed, but Rush seeds from Hoxpox are clearly seen today. Yeah, no, they're hitting them. It's just that they're not hitting them in a way that is good. Not in its entirety. Like I said, I think the House of the Fall of the House of X, Rise of the Powers of 10.
If there's one thing from this era, I am happy it will be gone. That,
yeah.
Holy shit.
The fall of the House of the Rise and the song. Yeah. Can we? I don't ever want to go back to that. I don't ever want to. Like, honestly, at this point, like I've kind of relented and just called them what they want to be called. But at this point, I'm kind of getting to that edge where I'm like, honestly, this is just Hoxpox 2 to me. Okay, this is Hoxpox 2.
Dude, if you are gonna Marvel, DC, Image, AWA, Dynamite, Valiant, Ghost Machine, Distillery. If you want to have some big fantastical name for your comic, I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this. Every single solitary book needs to hit. Don't have some big ass name like that and it is a used pack of ketchup when you read it. You can't have some big bombastic name like that and that shit is just we don't hurry up and get it over with time right now with a name like that. Like, come on, man. Come on, get it on. Just get it on.
Let's do we got one here from the John Mo says another fine Saturday. Start right with the Blerd Cave. Thank you always for bringing us together. Loving the Hugo Strange cosplay blur without me. I just wish I had my circular glasses for this. It says get those likes up. Also, by the way. There we go. Hey, we appreciate you, Pim. Thank you. I need to get the lab coat. The lab coat's going to bring it all together.
While you try to look online for a damn lab coat, we got a 10 from Super Mishima saying, did the situation with Darwin and the children of the atom ever play out, or did I miss it? I felt that was leading to something bigger, and they forgot about it. Darwin, no. Children of the atom, it was...
Or Children of the Vault.
Or Children of the Vault, excuse me. Well, you know what? That's what I was thinking of, so I'm gonna shut up. Because if he's talking about that was the children of the people in the vault were the children of the that was the fake ones. The fake ones that weren't really dims.
Only one of them was.
Yeah.
Only one of them was actually a mutant.
I was sure about to bring up the damn church, that lethal weapon Bishop and Cable. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. But yeah, Darwin, Children of the Atom,
Yeah, Darwin just kind of went back into the ether. He was just like, he's like, no, I'm good.
You need a video of anytime somebody is asking a question like that, like, what about this plot thread? You just post that Dylon video when he started choking the shit out of Wycliffe. You're too close to mine. Like, you asking for too much, man. You asking for too much. Don't bring up dangling plot threads that didn't have any kind of just ending whatsoever.
You want us to explain something? You want us to explain ours? Also, Elite X1 knows what I'm talking about when I said that shit earlier about Pepe Larraz. There's a common thing in the Latin community. You'll get some whole ass Afro Latinos and be like, I know black, Poppy. I know black. And they'll be like, okay, all right. You got kinky hair. You literally a whole Afro Latin brother, but okay. But now Pepe is literally, he one of them white passing Spaniards, is like a motherfucker.
That man. Okay, so we just got another 10 from the boy Devon Trey because we have a Dreadmare fan in the chat, and Devon Trey is saying, let's rejoice with our fellow Blerd and Henshin hero in his stable remission and joining us for this fine Blerd Cave. If you remember, Dreadmare family, he just has a new name now. He was the young man that was battling leukemia and was in remission. He is now a junior in high school right now, and his life has been amazing. And he just wanted to check in with his Blerd family. Dude, good to hear from you. Good to see you, and it's good to hear that you are still doing great. And thank you for that 10, Devon Trey.
Also, dude, love to see it. Love to see it. Look, I'm just gonna say this. Look, because I didn't even mean to be on this for as long as we did. Didn't even mean for this to be on this as long as we did. I looked up and saw what time it was. I was like, oh shit, we like 54 minutes deep, and we still ain't even talked about any of the other shit. Look, I'm gonna just tell you right now, I have a video coming out soon, talking about more in deeper clarity on how I feel about a lot of this stuff. So I won't hold us back any further on that. But this is like it'll be similar to my video I did where I talked about my issues with Krakoa itself, like from a not looking at it from an outside, like from a real life perspective, but looking at it from a storytelling perspective. Why Krakoa needs in. We're gonna do another video talking about the issues of the entire thing from from a narrative, like actually like judging how the story was told and handled. Not just, in universe stuff, but like outside, looking in. We also got us one here. We have got right here, boom. So we got Hazel Sun with the 1999 super chat. Says thoughts on the G.I. Joe side of the Energon universe. Would love some Blerd coverage and commentary. That is something that's on the way. Also, Deathbird should be in a Tyler Perry movie. Why? I mean, I don't know what she would do, but I'm sure it would be. Look, you know what? If she's like the equivalent of the dark-skinned evil black man in every Tyler Perry movie, then I'd be here for it. But yeah, I'm planning to do something to talk about the G.I. Joe side of things. I think Cobra Commander just wrapped up. So I'll probably be doing a little something on here pretty soon-ish. Let me make sure that I make a note to remind myself to get back to that. Because I have a notebook beside me to keep up with such things. We have also got Shackdown Dan with a $5. Says Fall and Rise tie-ins feel just like the non-Avengers titles did during Time Runs Out. Yeah, that is.
Oh man.
Yeah, just pointless. Only Ghetto Galaxy people don't push that like button.
You all have no clue how much that Time's Run Out stuff got on my damn nerves. Because one of the main books I was reading at the time was one of the few good books that Cullen Bunn has ever written, and it was Magneto. And every time I turn around, that shit was caught up in events. And then when I think we're gonna get a nice, clean ending to that fantastic story, we get more Times Run Out shenanigans, and then it just led into his Uncanny X-Men, which I felt the same way about his Uncanny, the same way I feel about this Fall of the House of X, all bullshit. So
I mean, I get it.
Man, it's probably how I'm gonna feel about DC with this next event they got coming up.
Well, we're gonna talk about that here in just a minute. Actually, we'll get to that here. Well, I guess you know what, it was not the order I wanted to do this in, but we'll just go ahead and jump to it. Anyway, DC's Amanda Waller is gonna be the forefront. Carter's favorite character ever.
Oh my god! When you sent me this and I read this.
I could hear the sigh in his I could literally hear it. But for those who do not know, there is a new DC Comics event incoming this summer, and it is going to be called Absolute Power. It is going to be oh my god, it's gonna have a lot of tie-ins too. I'm actually kind of scared of this event, and I'm not gonna lie. I know some people, y'all probably want me to cover this. I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all. I'm probably not. So just go ahead and get it in your head. Go ahead and get it out your heads right now. I'm probably just don't look like, unless like something is just absolutely positively popping off with this. Do not, and I repeat, do not look for me to be doing videos on it. Like I said, unless unless it is like, I'm talking about, like when I say popping off, I'm talking about, I mean popping off. And
this just reminded me. This shit here just reminded me. There was something I was gonna take a picture of. I was gonna take a picture of and send it to you yesterday when I was in that comic shop. There was an entire shelf that was dedicated to these big ass hardcovers, and it was different hardcovers because I checked. I think it was like 5 or 6 thick ass hardcovers, all pertaining to Night Terror. It was an entire DC shelf because everything is supposed to be in alphabetical order, and literally one whole shelf was strictly Night Terror.
I hate it here. Well, speaking of huge and unnecessary, it looks like absolute. See, first off, we're not fat shaming here, Carter. Don't be like that. Don't be one of those guys. But no. But speaking of night terrors, wow, Carter out here fat shaming in 2024. Lord. Anyway, absolute power is big. Is basically what this article here from Newsarama says. Basically, it's going to be spanning 8 separate titles and 15 issues. And basically it's going to be a like the titles that it looks like it's going to include range everywhere from Superman, Batman, Green Arrow. I believe I saw something there for Aquaman. There's all kinds of ridiculousness in here, but basically and there'll also be other tie-ins like Absolute Power, Task Force 7. And what it looks like here, like basically the gist of this is that Amanda Waller she's basically creating her own version of the Trinity, basically, to tackle the actual Trinity. So like we've got the fail-safe, we've got Brainiac, which kind of might give away, I feel like this solicit kind of gives away whatever is going on with House of Brainiac to some degree or another.
Okay.
But
I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask you if that issue had come out to where this shift happened.
yeah, it's like I said, it just I see some weird things going on here. I forgot. Yeah, Shazam is also gonna have a book somewhere in there for this. But it looks like and not only that, there will also be, if I'm not mistaken, there's gonna be a thing called Absolute Power Origins, which is basically gonna be this one I think is gonna be by John Ridley. Where it's gonna be John Ridley and Aletha Martinez is gonna be on art for this, but it's going to be I guess telling the story of how basically it's gonna be kind of going back to what is driving Amanda Waller.
Yeah, this is
in all
why
of this.
I'm doing this, and this is why I'm doing this entire event.
Basically. But like she is building. It seems like some other things are going to kind of spin out of this. Like we see at various points, stuff like this, like for Task Force 7, these what look like androids that are reminiscent of various superheroes in the DCU. Like this one is very clearly, like a Superman analog. This one here is very clearly supposed to be like Aquaman. You can, if the fins under the arms didn't give it away.
What's the name?
There's
of that?
even a Green Lantern one.
Yeah, what's the name of the android that they have trouble with sometimes?
Oh, talking about a Mazo?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
could not remember, but that's what this seems like almost. It's just a bunch of Amazos that took their powers and are going after the Trinity. So
it's
I wanted to ask you, especially because you're reading something currently with Brainiac stuff in it. Does he normally work with like humans like this? Because that's the one thing I will say.
Did
I
with
thought
Lex
was very,
Luthor before.
okay, because I just thought it was very strange. Because I thought he was more so like he only deals with people that are on the same level intellectually. So I like, okay, Lex Luthor, sure, but I was just confused as to why he would work with Amanda Waller. Failsafe, I could see, but that's the one thing that kind of struck me as odd. I wanted to ask you about it. But is the Lobo stuff gonna figure into this at all? Because I didn't see them on any of that. Okay,
I think once House of Brainiac ends, whatever's going on with Lobo, it's just gonna be like, all right, go back in the box.
okay.
It's like playing Pokemon. It's like you have Pokemon who literally just live in the box and you only pull them out for specific things. It's like, okay, get back in the box, Lobo. We don't have time for you right now.
You're literally the only reason I would give this book a look.
Mhm.
It's only because, and when I say you, I'm only meaning because that is a old school esque cover of Wonder Woman that looks kind of fire. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie, but
I'm feeling it. I feel the energy. I feel the energy.
but But when I say you're the reason I would check this out is just because everything of art that I have seen on this book
Mhm.
has all been Dan Mora, and I had
Yes.
never had or read any kind of a book with Dan Mora on art until you kept recommending Once and Future.
Mhm.
So seeing that he's going to be doing art for a lot of this, and that's one cover I did see where I was very confused as to why Superman had on his "I
Had the
got broke
black
off my
suit.
doomsday, but now I'm back." suit.
Wait a minute. He's like
Convergence. It's convergence, Ernie.
Oh my god. I hate it here. I fucking hate it here. I really do.
But
I
yeah,
fucking hate it
you
here.
were correct in saying that one team that Amanda Waller is going to be going after is the, I didn't know they were referred to this way in the comics, the Shazamly. I didn't
Oh
know
yeah,
that was
yeah,
the name.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's going after Billy Bats and she's going after Mary Marvel for, which is
Mm.
just so. Oh, give me more reason to dislike this woman. Even Nick Fury done caught it a couple times. Can someone please kill Amanda Waller at least one time? Just
Well,
once for me.
what they're doing is so they're basically paying off the plot thread from the from Dark Crisis is basically what they're doing.
Oh, wow.
Dark Crisis, I don't know if you remember Dark Crisis, how it ended, but there was a thing that happened at the very end of the book where what they basically did was they
Okay.
took Amanda Waller and revealed that she was working with some at the time unrevealed individuals, and that her purpose was now to basically take out all the world's superheroes. More or less.
Oh, forgot about this. I forgot they're
Yeah,
doing Dark Crisis.
this is basically them going further into that. That's
Gotcha.
basically what this is. And to be fair, I mean, if that is what they're doing, I'm okay with that. Yeah, go off, Queen. Because I mean, it did feel like such a weird story arc for, and to be fair, because I would forgive anyone if they missed it in the Green Arrow series, because I don't really know how that book is doing. I've been kind of keeping up with it, but she's been popping up left and right in that book, and like a lot of the that was kind of more of the immediate sequel to Dark Crisis in regards to what she was doing there. That was when Dr. Hate came into play, and a bunch of other random stuff was going on. All these random characters she was kind of bringing along for the ride. She had kind of been setting all this stuff up. And then I will say this: I give credit to Joshua Williamson and Chip Zdarsky, Mark Waid, trying to think of who else, Nicole Maines, because like basically what they're doing, I mean, they're technically, it's weird, and I kind of feel crazy for saying this, but the thing that I wish more comic book events did, they're doing,
Which is
they're taking the plot threads that, like, you know, when we get a comic book event, it kind of seems to not really have anything to do with, like, case in point, remember we got Night Terrors? Night Terrors didn't have fuck all to do with what was going on in everybody else's books. Everybody's books just took a pause. Superman was on fire, and literally they were like, all right, so we know y'all love this new Superman, but look, we gonna need to put Superman on ice for about 2 or 3 months, and then when we come back, we're gonna pick up like nothing ever happened, and then expect you to just like it basically what they did, they pulled an Invincible. It's like, hey, we dropped the first 4 episodes on y'all. We out of here for a while, and we're gonna be back. But like,
too soon. Too soon. Oh man.
but no, but what I like about what they're doing is, yeah, a lot of the plot threads from all these other comics, like case in point, Chip Zdarsky's Batman, bringing Failsafe into play. What's going on with Superman right now? Bringing in Brainiac. I saw some people mention Grail in the chat, which I don't know how Grail factors in any of this, but I don't think she does. But if she does, cool. I'm totally here for it. But if they did, pull in some stuff from Tom King's Wonder Woman, like Grail or the Sovereign or something like that, I'd be cool with that too. But I kind of feel like that. I kind of feel like that may not be the case. But still, you're taking all this stuff, all these different plot threads that are going on. You're not trying to like complicate or muddy the waters on what each comic is doing. You're just taking what they're already doing and having it come together full circle as a singular event that, in a lot of ways, it makes sense. And who knows, I might cover it. Like, if I read the first couple of issues and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is actually kind of hidden. Yeah, I'll probably talk about it more. But like right now, having been bitten by night terrors, I don't really want to cover anything that's like so all over the place.
Especially when, like, I guarantee you saw this and you saw next event from DC. Dan Moore is on art. It's gonna have an awesome creative team with Chip Zdarsky, whoop-de-whoop. And I guarantee you, and you can tell me that I'm wrong in this, you saw the creative teams, you saw all the art, you saw all the covers, and then your ass saw, you didn't even read the rest of the sentence. You saw 15 and immediately checked out.
I did. I'm not gonna
15
bullshit you.
different books. You saw the number and said no.
I'm out.
Baby, I'm finna go to the bathroom real quick. Is my Demon Slayer now?
Look, let me tell you something. Man, this is gonna sound ugly as hell. I would rather read. Oh man, this is gonna sound ugly as hell. I would rather read the first 200 chapters of One Piece.
Oh wow.
On the toilet.
That's a lie.
No, I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Cause that shit's quick.
Oh wow.
Manga is quick. And it's easy. Like it's cause for one, there's usually not a lot of dialogue. And it's not like you have to be like super tuned in on some like, deep 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, in cases of Superman, 80 something year history of a character in order to enjoy it. It's just like, I like literally when I read Demon Slayer on the toilet, I'm just like,
8 separate titles and 15 issues. Where's my Demon Slayer? And where's the toilet paper?
Well, let me go read these 200 some chapters of Jujutsu Kaisen real quick. I'd rather do that. Look, I'm not trying to say, look, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not saying I'm not gonna give it a chance. I don't want anyone to think that I'm being unfair. But just, man, let me tell you how I have become so disinterested in crossover events. As a human being, how I third generation don't care about like I saw we'll actually address this here in just a moment because I do want to go back and make sure that we don't miss anything.
Yeah.
But because I did miss one earlier from the Winter Man project with $10 said X4 is gonna give it to you July, baby. Yes, and hopefully it's good. I think it'll be good. I'm hopeful that it'll be good. Man, Benjamin Percy's a hard act to follow, but I think it's gonna turn out. I think it's gonna turn out good. I have hope.
Let me not throw shade.
This motherfucker.
Nah, I'm gonna do it. I bet their final issue gonna be better than that last one. X-Force, Benjamin Percy.
Man, look. Look, okay, I want to address that because I said this in my Dead X-Men video, and I want to make sure I'm clear on this. I don't even blame Steve Fox or Benjamin Percy or anyone else whose book is wrapped up and it ended on what felt like a wet fart.
Yeah,
because I know what happened. I mean, let me not say it like that. I don't want to make it sound like I have some kind of inside baseball, but I have a very clear idea of what happened.
Yeah.
And it's what I said in my videos.
Yeah. Anybody with some sense knows.
Yeah, like the landlord was like, hey, look, Y'all got 24 hours to get up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, you ain't putting nothing in boxes. You ain't putting nothing even in paper sacks or plastic bags. You literally just taking you just took the chest of drawers. You just took the drawer out the chest and just threw that bitch in the back seat and tied the chest of drawers on top of the car, or you just left it. You just taking clothes and throwing them in the back seat or in the trunk. You ain't trying to like they say, hey, look, you got till you gotta hurry up. Like they literally hit that motherfucker with the wrap it up box and said, all right.
Yep.
Because that's what it felt like. It felt like to me when the B shit was really starting to cook, and all of a sudden you start hearing I was like, okay, all right, hurry. Let me go ahead and.
I don't even think you have to say to me. I think again, everybody who has some sense, with let me not say everybody, because there are several Benjamin Percy haters out there that just despise it. But anybody with some sense knows that that was 49 issues of pure consistency. May have not been the consistency you wanted, but that was 49 issues of pure consistency. And then the big bosses said, hey, I'm gonna need you up out of here, big dog. It was the start of a 24-hour stream, and your landlord said you got to roll when you just got Streamlabs OBS set up and you got your alerts ready.
They said, come on.
That is all that was the big wigs editorial. That is the EIC and all of them. That was not Benjamin Percy, Steve Vox, or anybody else. So don't even think that. I do want to give a shout out to Dalzell K. Williams, who gifted a Blerd Without Fear membership. That's because you see, now we see what you're doing with that money. We ain't forgot you just got the promotion. Now you're gifting ourselves. People. That's the promotion money coming in, Miss Williams. I see you out here. We got another $4.99 from Pop Culture Guy 3000 saying, do you guys think Blood Hunt had been planned like Absolute Power, or do you think multiple books had just happened to have a lot of vampire stuff?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think it is not. Oh man, it's gonna sound ugly. I think Jed MacKay has a plan, and you kind of saw it. Like, here's the thing. I want to say it's a plan, but if we're being real, like super real, I don't think it matters. Because the stuff that Jed MacKay had included in his Moon Knight that was vampire related has nothing to do with these vampires that are showing up. The stuff that's going to be like the stuff that where Blade and Bloodline showed up in Miles Morales' book didn't really have, I don't think really had anything to do with the vampires that are going to be showing up. These are some basically, you know how when we talked about gods, we talked about how like, oh, you know, when they do these events and they do these books, instead of like using characters that already exist, they create new characters. And the reasons behind why they do that is because, you know, they can, you know, get them residuals, you know, like have some property license that, you know, they can, you know, get that money off of. That's why Jonathan Hickman, instead of just making gods a book about Doctor Strange, he made up a new character that's basically like a more flippant version of Doctor Strange, like a mix of Doctor Strange and Star-Lord.
Is that still going on? Or did it end?
Nah, it's still going. It's still. I think it's got an issue or two left.
You sounded so defeated.
Well, you know why? It's because I said once it's done, I'll like finish it. Like I'll like actually read the rest of it, but I'm not looking forward to it. I would rather read something I enjoy on the toilet as opposed to something I don't.
Let me tell y'all what he means. He on his George Costanza. That when he say reading on the toilet, it ain't because he gonna buy it on Comixology. No. This is Blerd Costanza. He gonna go to Barnes and Noble and grab that hardcover off the shelf, and then go to the lavatories. He gonna go to the lavatory. He gonna go to the bathroom in Barnes and Noble, read it in there, walk out, then put it back on the damn shelf. He is a heathen. He is a heathen. Blerd Costanza. That is what he gonna do. That boy ain't buying this goddamn gods. You know he not. No.
I mean, you're not wrong. I probably would read it in the Barnes and Noble bathroom. I'm
You gonna pull that junk fresh off the shelf. It's gonna be new releases. Oh dear, oh shit, it finally came out.
What?
And then he's just gonna grab it and proceed to walk him.
He's like, oh my god. We got yeah. I think Blood Hunt's gonna be fun. I don't know if I'm even gonna cover all that as well because I'm be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of books. Here, actually, I want to pull something up. Here, let's do this. Let's do this right now. Blood Hunt checklist. I got it right here.
Okay.
Do you know how many parts Blood Hunt is going to have, Carter?
Give it to me.
59. That's including tie-ins.
Issues?
Here. I'm gonna pull this up so you can see it.
Are you sure you don't want to do absolute power? Goodness.
Oh wait, I look here. Here's the list right here. Here, let me pull this list up. Let me pull this list up. Here's what's been confirmed by Marvel so far. So we already got the Blood Hunt Diaries. Blood Hunt number 1, Blood Hunt number 1 of 5, Red Band. Okay. Oh, so some of these are going to be some duplicates.
Okay.
But yeah, whoa, well, let's wait and see. Yeah. Vengeance of Moon Knight number 5 apparently will have something to do with Blood Hunt. Why I don't know. I guess maybe because vampires. Blood Hunt free comic book day story. Amazing Spider-Man number 45, Avengers 14, Doctor Strange 15, Venom number 33, Dracula Blood Hunt 1, Blood Hunters number 1, Strange Academy Blood Hunt 1, Union Jack the Ripper Blood Hunt number 1, Amazing Spider-Man Blood Hunt number 1, Blood Hunt number 2, Blood Hunt number 2 Red Band edition, Black Panther Blood Hunt number 1, Midnight Suns Blood Hunt number... Look, let me tell you something. We already ain't even halfway.
We already at 15. We already at 15. That's 15. Absolute power right there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read. You know what? I take back everything I just said. I'll be reading Absolute Power. Y'all will be getting regular coverage of it on my channel. Y'all gonna miss me with that Blood Hunt.
He just got a book 3 of Blood Hunt,
and that's June.
And Absolute Power would have just been done with.
Look, they done already moved on to a whole other event. Look,
I'm gonna keep it a band with you. One reason I'm not checking out Blood Hunt, to be completely honest with you, is because all of this is coming from Blade. No, but the person who was writing Blade, not even writing this damn event, he got a tie-in book. Get out of my face. No disrespect to Jed McKay. You all have praised him. You all have told me that Moon Knight was good because I dropped off of it. Some of you all have told me that his Avengers is good. But the fact that the man who is writing what this is leading off of got a tie-in story? No.
Well, I mean, even if you take out of the equation the Red Band editions of the core Blood Hunt book, even if you take those out of the equation, that's still 54 titles for the entire event. That's still 54 titles.
Lord have mercy.
Look, this and then the collected edition coming out in October. Yeah, let me tell you something. If y'all want me to talk about Blood Hunt on the channel, it'll be in October. I'm sorry, but no. Y'all can kiss the entirety of my ass, the darkest crevices of my ass on that. But you know, on that note, we got here Gearless Mo with the 1999 super chat says, thank you for saying that. I am too sick of the crossovers and their tie-in books that ultimately mean nothing after the reset via a new writer. Look,
yeah, it's just like pro wrestling, man. Somebody can be a heel for months, get sprung on Sunday at the pay-per-view, and now they're a good guy Monday night. Like,
right. Look, let me tell you something. Y'all know how y'all been watching WrestleMania? Y'all just saw Cody. He done finally beat the tribal chief. Yeah, he done finally got the strap. Yep. Let me tell you something. Mark my words. Give Cody 6 months.
Oh, I thought you were going somewhere else with that. My whole thing was, when Roman comes back, it's going to be cheers. He's going to be a good guy. This motherfucker done had 1,300 days of reigns of terror of all kind of cheating shenanigans. He's going to come back day one, be a good guy again. That is what this is. This reset via new writers is disgusting.
Well, they did it with Judgment Day. Like, when Edge turned heel and brought the Judgment Day to the forefront, that shit didn't even last a month for that motherfucker got sprung on and was back to being a good guy.
Look, pop culture guy with the $9.99. I'm only reading a few Blood Hunt tie-ins and waiting for my unlimited subscription.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something, because I don't talk about this enough. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If you the type of person like me, like pop culture guy, Marvel Unlimited is your best friend. Cause let me tell you something.
Oh, have mercy.
Look, you might be behind a little bit, but man, bruh, yes. But yeah, no, but no, yeah, that's but just the key conceit here of this super chat. I fucks with it. But yeah, that Marvel Unlimited, most certainly. But yeah, Strange Academy, Fantastic Four, Avengers, Let's Go, Hazmat. She graduated full Avenger. Here's the thing, that was long overdue, because I feel like after that, what was it, Avengers Academy? Shit, I was like, dude, if the motherfuckers that survived didn't make it to the Avengers, I don't know what the fuck the book was for. and Hazmat, she been rocking, and this is why I keep telling people. I tell folks all the time, man, you never know where motherfuckers will show up. But like Hazmat was deep off in them Captain Marvel books. The Kelly Thompson shit. Hazmat was damn near in every issue. And I was like, you mean tell me Carol can't put in a good word for a girl? Or maybe she. I'm fucking with. Like, come on, Carol, go ahead. You hold the door open for your girl, man. Let her on up in there. Don't act like Hazmat didn't help save your ass from the brood. Speaking of, we're gonna be talking about something very similar to that here in just a moment. LP3
with 10.
Ooh, go on.
Did you guys mention or hear about Scott Snyder spearheading DC's version of the Ultimate Universe? Has this been done before? It sounds exciting. I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about?
I don't either. That was news to that must be some new shit that must have just recently gotten announced, because I hadn't heard word one about it. But whatever the case is, if that is in fact to be true, look, man, can we just have one universe and be done with it? I'm really not interested in, because I'm gonna tell you what happens with these alternate universes. One of two things always happens. They either have to go so far out of their way to be different that it becomes like try-hardish, or they end up not doing enough to differentiate themselves from the main line, and you just start kind of getting to this point where it's like, well, I could just be reading this, but hey, you know what? Here's the thing. From a worker's perspective, I'm happy for all the people who will probably get jobs out of this. So there you go.
Okay, I just found it, and it's on Bleeding Cool. But the long and short of it is that Scott Snyder is going to be doing an imprint that's not with any kind of current continuity called Absolute Comics.
Interesting. Oh wow! It's funny. You mentioned you mentioning that made me pull up Bleeding Cool, and what's the first article I see? DC Comics pulls and replaces covers accused of being generated by AI.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you sent me what we were gonna be talking about, and I looked at Absolute Power, and I saw that Amanda Waller cover.
Yeah.
I kind of thought it was. I'm not gonna lie.
Look.
That Amanda Waller one, I kind of thought that was one.
No. That was talking about the one that kind of looked real. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like basically what they did. I'm almost positive they just took a picture of somebody. But yeah, these are the covers in question that they're talking about. They say are being accused. Like, here's the thing. The funny thing is, AI art has come so far that I feel like people have become so hypersensitive to it that sometimes they see AI where maybe there's not. So here's the thing. those pictures are not AI. Just, I want to make sure I'm clear on that. Because here are the original sketches.
Okay.
These are the original sketches. None of those are AI. These are actual. Okay, so you know what? You know what it is? You know what it is, Carter? You know how people always accuse art, was it Art Germ, of being AI art?
Oh, okay.
It's one of those situations, because I remember
Okay.
this wasn't in our Discord, it was in Robo's Discord. I was having a conversation with someone, and they were basically saying, like, it was when the Ms. Marvel New Mutant stuff was going on. They had that Art Germ cover making the rounds, and he was like, man, I can't stand this AI art that they keep trying to pawn off on comics. I was like, AI? And he was like, yeah, this is like AI art. It's clearly AI art. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like, I've literally seen Art Germ draw. It's just like, here's the thing. I was watching this on Instagram. It was a time-lapse video of Art Germ drawing a picture of Goku. He drew it no differently than he draws everything else. He drew it in pencils first, and he inked it. I think he inked it digitally. But the thing is, it's the color he uses that makes it look the way that it looks. It's not the pencils that make it look that way. The picture looks the way it looks. He drew that. But the color gives it that look that makes it appear to be AI art. And that's what AI art often tries to imitate. But yeah.
So I'm reading more about this DC Absolute that Scott Snyder is doing, and it's gonna annoy me. But it's gonna be its own continuity, separate from DC. But they're saying, however, unlike the Ultimate line that is just over there somewhere as opposed to main Marvel, Absolute was intended from the get-go to bleed through so that Absolute Comics will be in the same multiverse as the standard DC, suggesting awareness of each other, maybe competition or even crossovers between them in years to come.
Interesting.
Why couldn't y'all just do a good version of this with Milestone?
Right? Well, here's the thing. So because this is DC All In will continue the continuity of what DC Rebirth did with New 52.
Yeah.
As well as where Dawn of DC took it. So I look, here's the thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just don't care. Well, I'll just say it. I'll just say it right now. I don't care.
Everybody gets an imprint. You get an imprint.
Like, no, I'm good.
Get an imprint.
I'm good. I'm good. Y'all keep it. It's for the streets. I don't need it. So here's the thing.
What are we gonna talk about?
Let's wait here. No. We gotta go backward. Gotta go backward. So because earlier we were gonna talk about this. I'm actually gonna make this quick because honestly, to me, I don't have the love for this that a lot of people are gonna have. So we got the Secret Wars team back again for the very fourth time. We got no, seriously. No. We got Jonathan Hickman and Assad Ribic are going to be bringing us Aliens versus Avengers. Earth's Mightiest Heroes are going to be taking on the Xenomorphs of the Aliens franchise. I have a lot of issues with this. So, Carter, do you know what is up with this? Did you check out the story? Did you see what all this is going to entail?
No, not fully.
Okay.
But the one thing that made me laugh about this was that this was supposed to happen like a very long time ago once they got the Aliens Predator properties. But all they did was just start re-releasing the old stuff.
Well, I get why they did it, because Milestone did something similar when they came back. They're like they started re-releasing all the old stuff. Like they're still re-releasing not just like the compendiums, they're releasing like individual trades for a lot of the old stuff too. But
I just more so meant that like it seemed like there were ideas in place, and then they were just like, nah, let's just get the bread from our re-releases that we did, and then we can just chill on that. It reminded me of like the Miracle Man stuff that was supposed to happen and then didn't, and then it happened again with Neil Gaiman and Buckingham coming. Because you got to remember all those Aliens and Predator variant covers of all different books. So everybody's just waiting. When is Miles going to see a Predator? When is this person going to fight? And you fast forward like several years, actually, and now we're actually getting it. But give me the deets. Give me the deets. What are we looking at here?
Well, here's the good news. This is only going to be 4 issues. But it's going to be a 4-issue limited series coming out this summer. And here's the thing. It actually does not take place in the present. It takes place in the future. Technically, the way it is worded, it says, what happens when the deadliest organisms in existence meet Earth's mightiest heroes? We'll find out in Aliens vs. Avengers, a new 4-issue limited series coming this summer that delivers exactly what the title promises. An all-out throwdown between the xenomorphs of the Aliens franchise and a team of the strongest Avengers around. So
you were
yeah.
currently reading Iron Man, and he was just getting washed, and then you come to pick up the next issue, and you just see Xenomorphs. We just got through talking about this.
Well, so here's the thing. This story takes place in a future era set years after the current Marvel universe. Basically they're pulling an Avengers Twilight. All the characters are older. Cap, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, they're all older now. And they're older, grittier versions of themselves. That should be interesting. It's set in a new timeline many years in the future and features older, grittier versions of Marvel characters. It will also be the first time readers will see certain parts of alien lore in the Marvel universe, like the home of the Engineers. In this unmissable series, xenomorphs reach Earth and the perfect organism meets a planet of superhumans. But who will be the first to fall? So, okay, let me go ahead and tell y'all right now, get it out of your head. This is going to be the thing you want. And I don't normally like to do this, but I'm going to do it for this because I feel like a lot of people are going to be really misinformed about what they're about to get. So, let me present to you the reason why this is kind of dumb on its face. I'm going to read it because I love the Aliens franchise and I'm a sucker for a xenomorph, but I already know going into it, it's going to be dumb on its face. And the reason that I say that is because you already have xenomorphs in the Marvel Comics universe. You actually have quite a few.
So you all can stop spamming it in the chat because he is already right there with you.
Yeah. Like I said, don't think because well, first off, if you missed the Nerds of Culture stream this past Saturday, when I brought it or not Saturday, Thursday when I brought it up,
yeah.
I said it there as well. We already have xenomorphs in the Marvel Comics universe. And they're called the Brood. We don't need this. Matter of fact, I feel like it's too late because we literally just had in Kelly Thompson's Captain Marvel. We literally just had Captain Marvel and the X-Men like taking on a whole ass army of Brood. Complete. Yeah.
Why she got that Spirit Halloween mask on?
Cause she got got. She got got for a little bit. But yeah, we had a whole ass Brood Queen show up. We literally had the X-Men literally taking it to the Brood. And here's the thing. Here's the thing I kind of want to make sure that I impress upon y'all with this. The Brood are basically xenomorphs that can talk. They can fly. They literally have advanced technology. They a lot of times are pretty hyper intelligent. They literally experimented on Carol Danvers and turned her into binary. This to me is like, Carter, you remember when the first Godzilla versus Kong was coming out during COVID and there were all the memes about how, ooh, hey, look, it's fire-breathing giant fucking dragon lizard versus monkey. That's what this is to me. It's like This is Earth's Mightiest Heroes versus Bug with Acid for Blood. Like, here's the thing. In order for this to work, I'm going to tell you what has to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Two things have to, like, one of two things has to happen. Either the xenomorphs get buffed to the point where they're basically the fucking Brood. or the Avengers are going to have to make epically stupid horror movie levels of stupid decisions in order for this to have any impact. Because on paper, I'm just looking at the three motherfuckers. Like, this ain't even all the Avengers are going to showcase. I'm just looking at the three motherfuckers I got here. Iron Man. I mean, you can make a case for Iron Man. Maybe the acid gets on his suit and, oh man, my suit's fucked up. Oh, now they got me. Okay, cool. Okay, I got you. I'll give you that. Captain America's, peak human, physicality and is largely immune to a lot of the shit that the xenomorphs could probably do to him, or at least resistant. Captain Marvel literally could just nuke the xenomorphs at range. So basically what you're telling me is in this is that, and once again, this isn't main continuity. So they're going to be able to make dumb decisions. And then at the same time, if like, let's say Spider-Man's swinging around and for whatever reason, the xenomorphs don't trigger his spider sense or whatever. And he's like, oh, wow. Oh my God. I've been bitten in the face by the xenomorph. You watch like Aliens and old girl got in the chair.
I guarantee you just spoiled the ending for an issue. I guarantee you just spoiled the end. I guarantee you.
Oh, I probably
Peter
did.
Parker is gonna be somewhere, and that spider sense is not gonna go off.
Nope.
And then when he turns around and you turn the page, it's gonna be a face hugger and to be continued.
Right?
I swear to God.
Like I was actually watching Aliens last night in preparation for this. There's a scene from Aliens where like old girl gets in the ship because she's getting ready to go pick everybody up. And then and all of a sudden she turns around and you just see the alien. He's like, and then whoop, that's gonna be Peter Parker right there. Done.
That's the
Cut
noise
the
it
check.
made. That's the noise it made when you
It's
saw
like,
it. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's
I'ma
what it
tell
did.
you
That's what
why.
it did. Y'all know what
So-
scene I'm talking about?
Everything that everything you described is why you think it won't work.
Mm.
So you already have a xenomorphs in the Marvel universe. They're called the Brood. I think a lot more people would raise hell if they were trying to show. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because you have to keep
100%.
these as regular xenomorphs. To where if you do them too intelligently, why the fuck didn't you just do the Brood? If
No, 100%.
so,
Look,
I could very easily just see this being dumb fun, just like Wolverine versus Predator was. Jonathan Hickman writing it. Jonathan Hickman just writing a dumb fun Aliens Avengers book. Like
pretty much. That's basically what it is.
but you just somebody mad at you right now. I guarantee. Goddamn.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Just spoiled an ending of an issue.
Oh yeah, I
One of
probably
these
did.
months, somebody gonna turn that page and got that damn Blerd and did it again. I guarantee you done spoil somebody's shit.
Robo, like, I'll wait for Jonathan Hickman to pop in the chat and say, give it a chance, LOL. That is actually talking about what happened when I was clowning Ultimate Avenger or the Ultimates on Twitter, and the writer responded. For those that don't keep up,
telling you to let him cook.
Yeah. I was like, yeah. Which, I mean, to be fair,
Okay.
I was open to that. I was open to that.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
but here's my thing though. People like here, and this is the same argument I make with people. I make this argument all the time when people say, well, why didn't they just do this? Well, why didn't they just do that? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Why can't they do this? Here's the thing. I understand storytelling.
Yeah.
I get it. When you watch a horror movie about a haunted house, like let's say the premise of the movie is some folks walk into a haunted house and get got. That's the premise of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, well, man, why'd they go in the house? Because they didn't go in the house, you just wasted $15.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fight. Like if the movie went, oh hey, there's a haunted house right there. You know, under normal circumstances, like by horror movie standards, I would be a dumbass and just go in there thinking that, oh, ghosts aren't real, can't nothing get me. But no, I'm a person who has self-preservation and probably has like a deep-seated, like primordial fear in the back of my head of the unknown. So I'm not gonna go in there because I don't want to risk something bad happening to me and then just go walk off into the sunset and then the credits start rolling. That nobody wants that. That's a cool YouTube video, but it is not, as Martin Scorsese would say, cinema.
Yeah. How much? You said this is 4 issues.
Just 4 issues, yeah. Just 4.
Okay, so basically, with the analogy and stuff that you just used, Zeke Morningstar said it in the chat, and I gotta agree with that a little bit. Sometimes a writer just want to be a little silly. That's all this.
Yeah, no, that is
just dumb fun. And if we're taking money into the equation, if this book is gonna be $3.99. That's $16. He just told you about spending $15 to go see a horror movie. Same rules apply.
Yeah.
So I mean, hey, it'll look really good. The 4 issues gonna look fire. I guarantee you, somebody at Marvel is saying exactly what Sir Yuri G just said. Marvel executives watching the stream. Hey, who leaked Blerd, our comic, again?
I almost want to clip this and save it for when it comes out. If it happens, I'm a fucking laugh.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious.
I'm a fucking laugh. But okay, so here's the thing. The only I'll tell you something else. I'm gonna give you all this for free.
Okay.
This is something I know gets missed a lot in Aliens movies.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't realize why they're called xenomorphs. Is because xenomorphs, by and large, do not actually have a base form. They basically look like whatever the fuck it is they like chest bursted out of. So like when a face hugger gets on a human, that's how you wind up getting the type of xenomorph you get in the first 2 Alien movies, Alien and Aliens. The reason why, like when you get to Aliens 3 and the alien acts more like a dog, it's because that xenomorph came out of a dog.
What about the one in Alien Resurrection?
Oh, talking about the human one?
Yeah,
like the big
joint.
Yeah. No, that was because that was like a clone. That was like a mixture of that was some dumbass shit. But yeah, but yeah, like that's why and I know
make himself explain it.
No, I'm not gonna do. First off, that was some of the dumbest shit I'd ever seen in my life. Like, I remember when people got mad because of the Pred Alien in Alien versus Predator Requiem, but I was like, the rules still apply. A face hugger gets on a predator, you're gonna get a xenomorph who acts and looks more like a predator, so to speak. But yeah, that's why, if you I challenge you, go back and watch Alien 3.
Yeah,
that is why the xenomorph was so fast and always running on all fours. It didn't really walk around a lot. It stayed on its fours most of the time, and that's because it had more of a physiology of a dog. So I'm saying all this to set up that don't be shocked, because I actually read this somewhere in this article and I may have lost it. I think, Jonathan Hickman said this. Says probably one of the coolest things about the project is how we found really fun ways to Avengerize aliens and alien up Avengers. Basically, that's his way of kind of hinting and teasing that you will probably see some xenomorphs who look eerily similar or have powers or abilities similar to some of the Avengers in the story. Let's say...
C.E. Roos is in the chat, and he literally just said, so we're going to see an armored xenomorph a la Iron Man?
I don't know if we'll see... I don't know if we'll see armored, because I'm not going to lie, that's where it would get dumb to me. But if we got a xenomorph with adamantium claws, or we got a xenomorph with God, what was I going to say? Green, it's all hulked out, I would holler.
What if it turned a face hugger into the Cap Shield?
Oh my god, that would be.
That
Oh my
comment
god.
reminds me. That comment reminds me of Metroid Fusion when Samus got hit by that parasite, and then you just had that Samus X, the SAX, that parasite that was just walking around like a souped-up Varia suit. Samus, bro.
No, man, that would be too much. Well, I mean, but like I said, we need an Alien 4 breakdown by Blerd Carter. No, you don't. You don't want that. You don't want that.
Let's do a live reaction. Let's do a live reaction to Alien Resurrection.
Man, okay, look. Maybe.
Here, rather watch one.
Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I probably rather would watch one. Like, you know what it is? Because there are so many things that make my eyes roll when I watch that movie, like Ripley throwing the ball behind her and hitting the J from like half court. And the one dude who like just threw himself to the wolves, to the aliens for no reason. I was just like,
you gonna make Marvel delay this comic for rewrites?
They're like, God damn it, he already figured it out. He already figured it out.
Xenomorph Cap flinging a face hugger around like the Shield would be the funniest shit. I would pay cash money if Jonathan Hickman put that in.
What if what if the face hugger get on Ghost Rider's face and just get the alien in him real quick, and then next thing you know, you got the spirit of the xenomorph just bust up out his chest and be like, vroom, 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 vroom. Oh my god, I would. Look, the only way I will accept a Juggernaut Xenomorph is if when it come out the chest, you know, like in Spaceballs when they did the whole thing where the parody where thing come out and it turned into Michigan J Frog was like, "Hello, my baby, hello." No, what I don't want that. If it pop out a Juggernaut chest, I want that motherfucker to say, "Do you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch." That's what I want. That's the only way I'll accept it. That's the only way I'll accept it. That said, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about this. This is going to be, like I said, it's going to be dumb on its face. I'm not saying it won't be fun, but I'm just telling you, I know there's going to be people who go into this thinking like, oh yeah, this is just going to be a straight up throwdown. No, you're going to see some of your favorite characters do really epically horror movie levels of dumb shit, and you're not going to be able to respect them by the time it's over. Because I remember seeing so many people like always trying to be like, man, well, why do all characters in horror movies always have to be stupid? Because horror movies' whole purpose is to show you people getting blown off. So they have to do stupid shit. Now, there's a difference between dumb and ignorant. Like, dumb is going in the house. Ignorant is Ernie Hudson jumping off the helicopter at the end of Leviathan when he clearly had an opportunity to get away, throwing himself to the Leviathan to try and hold the Leviathan off so that RoboCop and some other chick could fly away. Yeah. Even though the Leviathan was 100 feet from him.
Okay. I want to ask you this to make sure that you and I are on the same page, and then we can move on. Because I see Nerd Large in the chat is saying this is going to be some hot trash. I think you all are confusing. You all might be confusing what Ernie is saying when he says that this is going to be dumb. When we say dumb, or at least when I say dumb, we don't mean it negatively. He just named RoboCop. RoboCop is a really fun movie, but it's dumb. It's one of my all-time favorite movies is Face Off. Really good action movie, but it's fucking dumb.
It's dumb.
Demolition Man, dumb. So when we say that this is going to be a dumb book, we just mean it's going to be a dumb book, but it's going to be fun as well. That's why he's telling you, don't go into this thinking that this is going to be Kelly Thompson's Captain Marvel, that this is going to be Matt Fraction's fucking Iron Man, that this is going to be the Ta-Nehisi Coates or Nick Spencer's Captain America. Don't go in there thinking like that.
Don't even expect us to be Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars.
Exactly. This is just going to be a dumb, fun, horror movie-esque Avengers book. That's what he means when he says dumb. He is not saying that the book is going to be trash, because Well, I ain't gonna say it can't be trash because it's Jonathan
Yeah.
Hickman writing it, because I just thought about gods real quick. But that's what he means when he says dumb people. That's what he means. Ernie,
So, let's get to our
what
next
do you want to
thing.
talk?
We're gonna
Yeah,
get
what do
to
you
our
wanna talk?
next thing. We got a couple more things real quick. So here's the question. I kind of gave the game away earlier, but Carter, do you think Kevin Feige put a hit out on Miss Marvel?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you what was funny about this story. Do I think he put a hit out on Miss Marvel? No.
Mhm.
Do I think that he gonna put a hit out on Cody Ziegler for running off with the mouth? Absolutely.
Look, let me tell y'all something. You know that Miles Morales Spider-Man we've been enjoying so much? Yeah, it's about to get canceled. It's about to get canceled. That book about to get canceled like a motherfucker. Look,
Newest
y'all.
hot shot writer for DC Absolute, fresh from his stint at Marvel. Cody Ziegler is in the building.
Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Oh man, Kevin,
Look.
like, dude, you want to talk about running off at the mouth and getting yourself in trouble, dog?
Bruh, let me put y'all on game.
Yeah.
Let me put y'all on game. So y'all know we was talking earlier about how Blood Hunt is gonna be 59 books. Well, and I said you can cut that down to like 54 if you exclude the red band editions. Go ahead and drop that to 49 because Miles Morales just got canceled. Miles Morales just got canceled.
You want to tell them what we're talking about?
Yes. So basically, here's the deal. So y'all know how Ms. Marvel got unceremoniously unalived in the was it Amazing Spider-Man number 26? She got broke off, and it kind of seemed to be like an out of nowhere thing. Like, oh damn, and in a Spider-Man book of all places, not even in our own book. God damn, man, what Kamala, what did you do? Baby, who did you piss off? Why are they canceling you like this, baby girl? But no, as it turns out, Carter, I think we know the answer. I think we know the real answer why we got this image right here.
Okay.
So Cody Ziegler recently had made mention of an occurrence, a conversation, if you will. This was during a Amazing Spider Talk podcast. Deadpool writer, also Miles Morales Spider-Man writer Cody Ziegler, has suggested that one of the reasons for this storyline change of Ms. Marvel being unalived and no longer being inhuman, but now being a mutant, seems to suggest that this was done at the direction of not anyone at editorial in Marvel, but more the man, the myth, the legend, if he was a superhero.
Last scene in She-Hulk.
Last scene in She-Hulk. Look, the man with the cap. Kevin Feige out here. He said, y'all know how y'all heard how we be putting a red dot on folks' forehead when they be doing these interviews and be talking crazy about shit they ain't supposed to be talking about? Yeah, he said, nah, I got hitters out here. Don't play with me. In the interview, Ziegler says it was funny watching when the whole Kamala stuff was going on or going down. He says he being Zeb Wells had told me months before the plan. Feige was like, hey, I don't do this very often, but can you please do this to make things in line with Marvel because we have some stuff we want to do with Kamala. And now this is something like, once again, this is like 17 minutes into the interview that this is said. But basically what it suggests is that Zeb Wells didn't put the hit out on Kamala himself. He was just the gun man. He was just the hired gun. Zeb Wells was just the hired assassin. He was the hired assassin who came in. Kevin Feige said, "Hey, look, let me slide you about let me slide you about 500 racks under the table. Don't look at it. Just pick up the briefcase when I leave." He said, "You know what you need to do. Make it look like an accident." He said, "Make it look like an accident." And that's why we had to get the issues of Kamala Khan and the funeral at the mosque and the Avengers all having to stand around looking sad because Kevin Feige is a damn monster. He's a goddamn dirty monster. And so we have basically this is breaking news, and
well, just to go into a little bit more detail with it,
yeah.
another reason that Cody Ziegler just felt the need to snitch was because he was saying that this wasn't simply a case of Kevin Feige wants to do a thing and he wants the books to be more in tune with the films, but it was also partly in order to let everybody know that that actor Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, was going to be writing the Miss Marvel, the New Mutant comic book. So now, it almost seemed like Cody Ziegler was trying to make sure that he wasn't the only one getting shot. He was trying to drag this poor girl into the line of fire as well, like Nino Brown grabbing that baby after the wedding when them people tried to get him. Cody Ziegler trying to grab Iman Vellani to take a couple from Kevin Feige before he goes down. Okay, so yeah, the whole reason that Miss Marvel was turned into a mutant was, according to the current writer on Miles Morales, was because Kevin Feige said so, and Iman Vellani is writing the book, so you can drag her name in there too. How you feel about people snitching and running off at the mouth for no good reason? They're blurbing out there.
So I think, honestly, I love to see it. I love to see people give us the lowdown on how the sausage is made. What I find funny though is that a spokesperson from Marvel who was speaking to IO9 has flatly denied that this was the case. They also they're like, look, your book about to get canceled, right? Look, I guarantee you, Cody got a phone call. Say, yeah, after this blood hunt shit is done, yeah, you off the book, pimp. And your Deadpool is canceled as well. You get we're gonna cut you off. Like whatever you got out is what you got out. We ain't put out nothing else. But no, they said they also described the decision to turn Kamala into a mutant as an explicitly editorial decision, one in the making well before the events of Amazing Spider-Man number 26. Look, here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time.
Yep.
Just as easily as Kevin Feige put the word out to Zeb Wells to put the red dot on right on Kamala's chest and let it rip. Said Kevin Feige said, "My fofo make sure all your kids don't grow." But no, it also can just as equally be true that he said the exact same thing to Marvel editorial and they passed it down to Zeb Wells just to say. Like, here's the thing. I don't think Cody Ziegler has any reason to lie. I don't think Cody Ziegler has, because here's what I think happened. Here's what I think is going on here. I think Cody just said something in passing, not thinking it would be that big of a deal, considering that the statute of limitations is up. It's already done, so it's not like anything can be done about it now. And yeah, now I'm pretty sure that Zeb Wells will never tell Cody Ziegler anything in confidence ever again. I'm joking.
Oh,
Honestly,
if
I'm here
we
for it
see
though.
him at the Christmas party, okay,
Yeah.
and then we going this way. Then we going this way. You are there when you see Cody. You are strictly there to listen and not speak. Do this right here.
Yep.
All right. Let me. I see Ernie over there. Let me go see what Ernie does. You know, he still be telling people on his live streams that he not a shield for us. Let me go see what Ernie over here doing. Really quick.
Look,
not a word spoken. Oh, your Deadpool is going. Okay, your Deadpool is going really good. So what you got going on, man?
Yeah, look.
Nothing really. Nothing really. Let me go holler at Blerd real quick. And then go.
Look, you know look, it's gonna be like that Key and Peele sketch with Obama and how like like with Obama he get with a brother and be like, oh yeah man, look, oh yeah, let me dap you up, yeah you know, yeah, we out here, man, we all we got. He gonna get to Cody Ziegler and be like like Cody Ziegler will go in for the hug and he gonna put he gonna put his hand like handshake.
Yeah.
wait. LL Melvis. Look, let me tell you something. It's funny because I was literally listening to this song the other day. Rap snitches telling all their business.
man.
Getting to court and be their own star witness. Afternoon, my octoroon. Look, Zeb Wells. That's how Zeb Wells gonna walk up on Brian Hill. Be like, man, look, afternoon, my octoroon. Go see Cody Ziegler. But thank you, madam. Thank you.
I feel bad for to be completely honest with you.
Yeah.
Just to bring it back, so because I know we have to move on, and I just want to be serious for a second. I feel really bad for Zeb Wells in this because I feel like he's already catching shrapnel.
Yeah.
For Spider-Man, and Kevin Feige, he can't do anything to Cody Ziegler because Cody Ziegler is a homosexual male. So you can't put hands on Cody because it's a hate crime. I feel bad for how bad Zeb Wells finna get beat.
Oh no,
Zeb Wells finna get stomped out in the alley because he can't touch Cody. Ziegler is untouched and unscathed. That's why you know ain't nobody finna talk to him at the Christmas party.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. See what they'll just cancel. They'll just cancel Cody's book and not say nothing. That's gonna be Cody's punishment. Zeb Wells gonna come home one night and the lights gonna be off in his house. And when he cut them all, Kevin Feige, he gonna be sitting in the middle of his living room in a chair with 12 motherfuckers behind him. And he's just gonna have his legs crossed. He'd be sitting back like, so we snitching now? Is that what's hot in the streets?
Zeb, what the hell happened? Zeb, what the hell happened to your eye? I ran into my pencils. Huh?
I fell asleep at my desk and ooh, man. Oh.
I was writing Amazing 74 and my baby called me and I was just sitting there writing, and then my baby called me and I walked into the door. But you just said you were sitting. And then he just walked the hell off with the black eye and the whole nine.
Oh yeah.
I feel bad for Zeb Wells. Ooh. Can we just I just want to, like, honest to God, I want my thoughts and prayers to be out there to Zeb Wells because I feel bad for the wrath that he is about to face because he told somebody something in confidence and they just ran and told the whole congregation. I feel bad.
Oh, you already know. You already know. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all. Just go ahead and just expect. Just expect. Yeah, Cody book about to get canceled. Zeb Wells is about to show up looking like he didn't win 12 rounds with Mike Tyson. Didn't win 9-1.
And our fans. Feige gonna contract Bo DeMayo to put hands and feet on him for plausible deniability. I can't stand y'all.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
Y'all
ain't shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, Bob Morton. Bob
bruh.
Morton on that's gonna be him. He's like, I had to kill Zeb Wells because he made a mistake. Look. This gonna be the message. Y'all gonna see this message. I had to kill Zeb Wells because he made a mistake.
Oh my Lord.
Now it's time to erase that mistake. look, right now I'm seeing Zeb Wells in his living room, cocaine everywhere, strippers and run out the room, and there's a grenade just laying in the middle of his dining room table that he can't pick up because he got the blood all over his hands from when Bo DeMeo then came in and sprayed him up. Just sprayed his kneecaps up so he can't run. Oh my God.
Again, thoughts and prayers with Zeb.
Yeah.
You stay safe out here. You stay safe out here, and now you know you got to keep more of an eye on the company you keep.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah. But hey, Cody, if ever you want to spill some more tea.
Ernie said, "I ain't gonna tell nobody."
Who am I gonna tell? Look, I'll be sitting here like you know what? I actually wonder if it just got edited that way. But like, because hey, look, I can't say this. Can you cut the cameras real quick? And I'll tell you some tea. And then that motherfucker was like, oh yeah, and then like,
yeah. Can you go there and cut?
So you ain't shit. I ain't gonna lie. This used to, I don't know why.
Oh,
this
I just saw that. Wow.
Bitches leave. Bye, Zeb. Call me.
Oh,
he ain't calling nobody.
Goodness. Oh God! What else are we talking about, dog? Goodness!
Wait a minute. You know that thing? What was it? At the beginning of RoboCop, when they trying to get away, and Clarence walking my old boy, be like, Clarence, I've been shot. He's like, is it Leon? Pick him up. Can you fly, Bobby? Clarence, no! And he got thrown out on the car, got yeeted out on the hood of somebody's car. That's what Kevin Feige gonna do. Kevin Feige and Bo DeMeo, they just gonna pick that motherfucker and throw him on somebody's car.
Oh man, that scene. It's funny as seeing that scene recently when I have that 70s show stuck in my head. So I'm like, bro, Red Foreman with like talking like this, bro. Like, bro.
It's like, why is he like this?
Red Foreman got ruthless after Eric and them went to college, didn't it?
Right? No, let's get to our next thing. Get our next thing. So James Tynan IV is bringing us a little something back. One of my personal
Bringing you a little something back. I was laughing because I actually sent Ernie this story, and there is James Tynion's The Nice House on the Lake is a very solid, really good horror book that Ernie has recommended to me in the past. That's something else I have to get to. But I actually sent Ernie this story just as something that he could get excited about, and maybe we could talk about it today. And the immediate response was, "Oh yeah, I already saw that article. That is on the agenda." So I will let you have this, brother. James Tinius is bringing us more nice houses, but you want to give him some specifics?
Okay, so for those who have not been keeping up, if you have not been reading The Nice House on the Lake, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's a fantastic story. But if in the event that you have not, so basically, man, I don't even really want to give up too much of this. Because let me just say it like this. The Nice House on the Lake is a book that is, in my opinion, best experienced cold.
Okay.
All I will say about the story regarding this is that it is a story about a group of friends who have kind of drifted apart. And the core friend of the group, Walter, he's like the guy, he's the glue that keeps everybody together.
Mhm.
One day he's like, you know what, man, it's been a while since we've all been in the same room with each other. I think we should have a get together. I got this nice house on the lake. And, hey, how about, we all just mob up, get together. It's going to be like old times, just like when we were back in college. We're all going to get to hang out. It's going to be good times. And then they do. And then the end of the world happens. That's all I want to say about it. That is all you need. Like, knowing any more than that will really kind of, I think, spoil the experience.
Okay.
You don't need to know how it ends. You don't need to know why it ends. You don't even really need to know what is going on as far as that aspect of it. It's because it's the friends who are the real drive of the story. It's kind of like if you took matter of fact, I think there was actually the perfect blurb on the back of this. The Nice House on the Lake is basically Lawrence Kasdan's The Big Chill by way of Michael Schur's The Good Place and Stephen King's It, an apocalyptic mystery thriller that reads like a better version of Lost as told through the medium of comics. That was from Polygon. And that's actually something like kind of, I always jokingly say that like it's the way you pitch a lot of things in Hollywood. You say, case in point, if someone was pitching Go-Go Loser Ranger to like a Hollywood exec, they'd be like, okay, so it's like if you took Megamind and placed it in the Boys universe, but changed the 7 to Power Rangers. That's how shit in Hollywood gets explained to get pitched. That's an elevator pitch. And this is that, and that's the Nice House on the Lake. That was literally the best way to put it. But this is a new story. That looks like a younger Lex Luthor holding a skull. Yeah, kind of.
No, I was laughing at Paris Yule. He said he had to mute the shirt right now because he just picked it up to read last week. The way I just dove for my phone.
Hey, look, Paris, I got you. I ain't saying shit. And
thank you, Paris, for gifting the 5 Blerd memberships.
Yes, please, and thank you. As a matter of fact, let's put some respect on that. So, look, hey, you good, King? You good? I'm not saying nothing else. Also, real quick, I want to hit this $2 super chat we got. Justin Riley says Ziggler about to be Joe Pesci and Goodfellas. Damn, not like this. Oh my God. So here's the thing. This new follow-up is not going to be called The Nice House on the Lake 2 or anything of that. It's actually going to be called The Nice House by the Sea. The Nice House by the Sea. And what we don't really know a whole heap of a lot about it just yet. We've seen like some images that kind of give us kind of a crude idea of what's going on. You can, having read The Nice House on the Lake, I kind of know what's going on here in the scene just a little bit, but it seems to be focusing on an entirely new cast of characters. This doesn't appear to be any of the characters from the initial series. And basically, the way this comic is described, it says, the new comic is described as a second cycle that, just like the first story, will be 12 issues with a break in the middle. It once again brings together 10 people, although this time they are all true strangers. In a twist, they are at the house by choice. And that's all I will say about that.
Okay.
There will be a doctor, a writer, a historian, an actor, an artist, a priest, a scientist, a singer, a politician, and a mathematician. And yeah, that's pretty much the rest of it. I don't even want to say anything else because the rest of it's kind of a major spoiler for the original story. I don't want to say anything else about it. But yeah, I'm excited for this because this is, I think that some of y'all probably remember this book was regularly winning Blerd Awards for me when it was running. And it's just a fantastic story. It's a fantastic story. It does all the right things. It is, like, no, okay, I'll say this much. When Polygon said that it was like it was like Lost done right, that is accurate. This is the first series is everything I felt Lost should have been.
Okay.
I would even go as far as to say some things that other shows, the creators of Lost, the Nice House by the Blerd Cave. Hey, look, if James is willing to give me that, I would be okay with that. I would not be the least bit fucked up about it. But I will definitely say yes, if you really want to read something that is going to subvert your expectations, I do highly recommend you read the Nice House on the Lake if you have not done so already. And I believe this book, let's see, when is this going to be dropping? I think this is going to be coming out sometime later this year, I believe. Oh my God, this is kind of funny. 24th of July is when the first issue is going to be coming out. So pretty soon, pretty damn soon. Yeah, also, I want to read this real quick too, because this is just a very interesting thing to be said by the writer. You're going to get a kick out of this, Carter. James says, my job is to scare my therapist with this book. I've been complicit in trying to push my friends to be versions of themselves at the wrong moment, and it's gotten me into trouble with them. This is a story that allows me to explore the ugliest moments of myself. When you're writing horror, you can't be afraid to poke directly the things you don't like about yourself. That isn't like, and I want to say this because I want to put some respect on James's name, because I don't know if any of y'all have ever interacted with him on like on social media. He's a really cool, laid back dude. Like, just super chill, very warm and welcoming, and just a genuinely nice person. So the fact that he says this lets me know he is about to write his ass off on this, because I kind of feel like the commentary in the Nice House on the Lake, it read very much like a commentary on people he personally knows and situations he's personally been a part of. So the fact that he says he's going to write this as a story about the worst parts of himself, that just makes me even more excited for this. So yeah. So that said, that's all I want to say about it. I don't want to say nothing else, because I don't want to risk any spoilers, because I have actually been very protective. I have been more protective of this comic. Like, this right here, I have protected this comic more than any comic I have ever talked about on this show or any of my videos.
Is that the complete series, that hardcover?
Yes, this is all 12 issues.
Oh, so it's 12 issues.
Yeah,
okay,
12 issues, all 12.
Okay.
And I'm actually curious, and once again, without giving anything away, the way that that one ends makes me real curious about how this this one is gonna go.
Okay.
Like how it's gonna play out.
Okay. No, I can't ask you that. I can't ask you that. I don't.
Oh, well,
okay. No.
DM it to me. You DM
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that to the. I'm gonna add that book to the agenda. I don't want to know nothing else. I was gonna add something about the about how it ended, but I'm just like, nope. Let me just read it. I'm gonna just read it. Nah, yeah. I'm gonna just read it. All right.
I highly advise it. I highly like. Yeah. I think you find a lot to like. I think you find a lot to like.
Okay.
So with that, I think we've already done our recommended. So yeah, we're ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game on that. We've gotten that out of the way. So let's go ahead and just jump straight into questions from the Discord. I think. Here, let me see. Wait a minute. I had some messages that I missed. Oh, there it is. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Yep. Dude, it's kind of funny. You and Robo sent me the same thing at the exact same time.
Oh wow.
About when we were talking about the Snyder stuff earlier. I missed it because I have Discord notifications for DMs muted. So
okay.
Like I have Discord notifications muted, period. Because I noticed when I was going back and listening to stuff, I could always hear Discord going off. Yeah, I could always hear, because basically to have your audio, I have to have Discord's audio as a whole. So one day I went in, I muted. So yeah, if anyone ever wonders why I never noticed that they DM'd me, that's why. You have to tell me you DM'd me. So it's not so much a direct message, more like an indirect message. That said, let's get into these questions for the Blerd Cave. We have got one from Q Doma.
Yeah.
Says yeah, hit us up.
All right. Greetings once more, Blerd and Carter. Hope all is well in your worlds. It is. Thank you very much. I just finished reading the last 2 Superman arcs. They were fire. However, I am left asking the question, what happened to Bizarro Superman? He was not used during the Lex arc, but the bad guys had him, and was never really clear how he got magic in his arc or what became of him afterward. I was trying to find a connection between these stories. Can either of you provide some answers here for me? Unfortunately, I can't, because the last thing I read with Bizarro in it was Scott Lobdell's Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth. And that is it. So can you possibly give him some clarification?
I can't, because I think as much as I have been reading Joshua Williamson's Superman, I haven't seen Bizarro outside of him laying on a slab.
I feel like there were some issues there where he went to an entire Bizarro planet or something like that.
There was something like that. I don't honestly remember. I feel like, okay, and once again, this is kind of one of the reasons I was kind of mad at Night Terrors happening, because I felt like when Superman finally came back, the book made me do something that I have only had to do for shit like Doomsday Clock and Dark Knights of Steel. I had to go back and reread all those previous issues of Superman just to remember what the fuck was even going on.
Gotcha.
Because it was like, oh, well, this is because I was like, dude, that's why I hate when events happen that way. I'm just like, man, look, do we really have to put the whole book on hold? Can we at least let some stories wrap up first? Okay, that's what it was. It was Jason Aaron. It was in Action Comics.
Gotcha.
That's what that was. And I didn't read I didn't read those particular not the whole thing. But I didn't go through all of it. I think I read the first one, but I didn't really go through the rest of it. So yeah, that is something that I'm kind of like, yeah, I could not answer that. So I feel a little bad about that.
Sorry about that, Q. We got another one here from the Elite X1 saying Rebel Moon, Ernie's favorite movie, just came out. Same old shit, basically. I guess this whole Snyder shit with him making these 4-hour films has me asking a new question. Unrelated to him directly, would you, as a moviegoer, be willing to commit to sitting in a movie theater for 4 hours per film? For example, Marvel Studios decided to make Avengers Infinity War and Endgame one film. I say this with the understanding, he already shaking his head. I say this with the understanding that for some, the theater is a special experience over watching at home. Theaters could bring back the old intermission breaks so people can re-up on snacks or take a piss break. Some films actually still do that. One film off the top of my head that I know did that was Tarantino's, his real version of Django Unchained. They did intermission.
Didn't they do that with the Hateful Eight? Didn't they do that with the Hateful Eight as well?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They did it with that film as well.
They did it with Grindhouse too. I remember when that came out. They actually had they had a legit intermission, and the theater would let you. I mean, not like they couldn't stop you. You could. I mean, you're just going into the snack bar. But like, if you went, you go back to the snack bar, go use the bathroom. Everybody come back, get your seats or whatever. I would love to see how you do that now, especially with assigned seating, because I feel that would actually work out better. Because I remember when with Grindhouse, it was like, all right, y'all get up because we keeping our seats, because motherfuckers are trying to take our shit. But no, like, I mean, I sit here and shake my head no, but I mean, I do have to remember I completely sat through the Lord of the Rings films. Now, granted, they weren't all like exactly 3 hours.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were pretty goddamn close to it in a lot of cases. The extended cuts, I did not go when they released those in theaters. I did not go see those because my thing is, when I go to the movie theater, if I sit down in the movie theater, especially these current seats that they got for too long, I will fall asleep. So it's just better for me if I just watch it at home. Not to mention, I kind of like not having to sit next to filthy ass, fucking nasty ass, talkative ass fucking people constantly like opening their phone up, brightness damn near blinding me like I'm a goddamn gremlin, and shit when I'm in the theater. No, no, I'm good. I'm super straight on that. That's just for the streets.
Wait. Let's say you did not have to worry about that. It was just you, whoever you wanted with you. The theater was clean. Nobody else was in there. You just got that Marvel money. You just got that Blerd Cave check. So you bought out the theater. Remember when you could do that during COVID for $100? I balled out. Girls thought I was loaded. If you had that, would you sit through an Infinity War and Endgame one go? Would you enjoy your 4-hour films?
I mean, sure, but at the same time, man, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about the amount of money that would cost. I'm like, yeah, just watch that shit at home. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say something real fucked up. There are movies I've been wanting to go see. Like today, my daughter is going to go see Spy Family, the Spy Family movie that's out in theaters right now. And I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I would love to go see that, but just buy out the theater and you just go watch it. Just buy me and some friends maybe. You get snacks, all that good shit. But no. I do really enjoy just watching movies in my house. Like cause I mean, and this isn't like me bragging or anything. Cause I've talked about this before. I have a 65-inch, 4K television. I'm super good on going to the movies.
Don't you have two?
I have a 65 and I have a 55. The 55 is in like my bedroom. Me and my wife's bedroom, but like the 65 is in the living room. That was what you saw when you came over.
I thought you had another giant one in Cersei's room.
Oh, there is that one. I don't think about that
one. See, he don't want y'all to know he balling.
No. Well, also
Marvel presents the Blerd Without Fear.
Well, no, to be fair, that TV died. It was a TV that, oddly enough, the aunt that's taking her to go see Spy Family gave to her. Okay. But like it was one of those TCLs and it ended up dying like after like a few months. But
one of them Best Buy originals.
Yeah, like a Target original. But yeah, which I wasn't surprised because we had a TCL before and it died. The same way. I was just like, okay, I see how this goes. But no, I have a 65-inch television with surround sound that completely rattles the entire fucking house. I usually have to turn it down sometimes because like there have been times where like Cynthia will be in the other room watching Grey's Anatomy or some shit, and like something will happen, and I'll be like, God damn! I was like, what the fuck are you watching? You watching like some Michael Bay movie? And I look up and it's like, oh shit, you just watching fucking Grey's Anatomy. Good lord. But it's not because like she's doing it intentionally. It's because the surround sound is just that good, I guess. But no, I don't need the cinema experience anymore. And I mean, yeah, there are some things I like to see in theaters. Like, yeah, I love seeing Marvel movies in theaters. But like, if you told me, hey, are you going to go see Oppenheimer in the theater? No. Are you going to go see Civil War in the theater? No. Are you going to, and when I say Civil War, I'm talking about the one that's out right now, not the Marvel movie. For anyone that gets confused. But yeah. That's I don't need I literally got a nice comfy ass fucking couch, and we have all the movie theater butter and salt and shit for the popcorn. Hell, Cersei doesn't even like movie theater popcorn as much as she likes my popcorn because I do it just right.
Oh God.
So yeah. But yeah.
Well, your popcorn actually gonna go good with this next question.
Oh.
This is from the homie Melvin saying, "Good evening, my people. Been a minute. Hope all is well, and I hope Grill Master Ern, since he and apparently the popcorn edition, and Chef Carter."
Oh, wait. I gotta cut you off. I gotta cut you off. Do you know I grilled some salmon last week for my mother's birthday?
Okay,
dude. I'm a bad man. That's all I'm gonna say. Look,
so
let me tell you
actually
something.
funny.
Let me tell you something. Did I tell you I spatchcocked a chicken for my mama?
I don't. First of
Did
all,
I tell you I
don't even think-
spatchcocked a chicken?
I don't like that you said it twice. You can't say that on YouTube.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
can.
actually, but it's funny you brought up salmon
I
because that's
learned it
what I
from your
plan on
boy.
making.
Smoking
It's
and
actually what I
grilling.
plan on doing
Yes.
after we end the show today because I already bought some. But he says that he was watching and enjoying Fallout when it crossed my mind. You have to send me what salmon video you made. I want to see if it's the one I'm gonna do.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
Okay, but the homie Melvin said that he was watching and enjoying Fallout when it crossed his mind that he does not enjoy binging shows that much. My question is: has binging shows taken that je ne sais quoi from enjoying the show, and does it make it feel like you're rushing through it? I prefer the weekly delivery of shows. Thanks for answering. And Carter, check out this recipe for Salisbury steak meatballs. Okay, you was just on some cooking shit with us. And I now have that in a tab, sir. I will watch it after we are done, but it ain't gonna get made today because I got salmon. So I have only binged one show in my entire just existence of the whole streaming era. It was me and my friend's wife. Her and I binged the first season of Stranger Things when it came out.
Okay.
And I thought that was insane because we started it at like 1.
Mhm.
And then we were like, man, I'm kind of hungry now. And I remember what episode it was. It was when Hopper went to go check a dead body, but the body was like a pillow or something, and we freaked out on the couch. And then we wanted to go eat some crystals, but realized it was pitch black outside, and we were like, "What the fuck? How long we been sitting on this couch?"
Dude, let me tell you something. We did that with like the last show I actually binged in one day.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones, the first season. That's the last show I
Wow.
did that with. Me and Cynthia, we literally sat on the couch and watched the entire fucking show in one day.
Mhm.
And the same thing happened. We like, oh shit, we're hungry. Dude, we got to get dinner. And like, oh
Yeah.
shit. And then we went, got dinner, came back, finished the fucking show.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
I don't mind binging because the thing with Stranger Things was the episode we ended on, the cliffhanger was so good, like we wanted to keep watching. So I will give binging that if the show is the show has to be good for the binging.
Yeah. Robo, you got to hand over that recipe, just saying. You got to hand that recipe over.
I
just
said,
saying.
what's making it so funny? My eyes locked on it too.
It's like,
And I tried to pull a tab up for him. But no, I don't think it feels like you're rushing through it. I think one of the reasons everybody went towards streaming services was for the purpose of being able to watch the shows right when we wanted to watch it, whether that was in its entirety right then and there or when we could make time for it. The fact that we are now back to where we were in spending money, but still getting fucking ads when the whole reason we paid money for these streaming services was to get away from commercial breaks,
yeah, Disney Plus is getting ready to go to the cable model.
which is
Insane.
it's wild. So me personally, I don't think it takes anything away from enjoying the show in one big run. It take a lot of willpower. But what you think, Ernie?
Here's my thing. I actually agree 100% with the homie Melvin on this. This is actually something I felt for a long time. And I remember when Fallout came out, I remember like, 2-episode premiere. So I was thinking, oh, okay, so they're going to put the first 2 episodes out and they're going to release the rest of them week to week. Cool. Well, then like I finished the first 2 episodes, and when I did, the next episode started playing. I was like, did they fuck up and accidentally give me access to the 3rd episode by mistake? And then I went and looked at episodes like, it had all of them listed. It's like, oh wait, no, these episodes come out like, you know, next week, the week after, so on and so forth. And it was like, oh no, all these motherfuckers are out. And I will say I did binge. I technically I binged it in under 24 hours, but it was like I watched like 3 or 4 episodes one night, and then when I woke up the next morning, I finished the remaining 4. But
Gotcha.
like, I mean, I took a sleep break, like an actual sleep break. But like, I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of why I liked Gen V and the boys. Well, yeah, I did get spoiled early on with like, oh man, I kind of wish they'd have dropped it all at once. I actually like the week to week because it gives you something to talk about. Like, it gives you something to look forward to. Like, it keeps that old feeling of like that water cooler talk where like, you know, when Game of Thrones was coming on week to week, and you're like, man, did you see that latest episode? Walking Dead, you're like, bruh, you see Sunday's Walking Dead, bruh, what are they doing? Man, they out here. Oh, I can't believe, ooh, man, I can't wait till next week. There is like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having a TV show that is built to be binged in one sitting or like right away. But I feel like that art of watching something week to week, having something that makes you hungry for the next episode, I feel like that art has been lost because I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever I do binge watch something or like you do anything close to like case point, Parasite. The Gray, I didn't watch, like, it's only 6 episodes, but I did not watch them all in one sitting. I watched 2 here, 2 there, and then 2 there, and then was done with it. But
that's how I did Fallout.
Yeah, like, and honestly, I think that's probably the better way to do it. I kind of wish I didn't, because now I'm kind of sick of Fallout. Like, because I ran through it so quickly, I was like, I'm kind of like, you know, there's lots of other people that, you know, like, case in point, you know, when I was talking to Robo and Cypher about this, they finished it after me. And it was one of those things like, well, they still had something to be excited about. And me, I was just kind of like, well, I was like, the mystique has already worn off of that show for me. And now I'm just kind of sitting here just like, it was good, but like, now I'm just like, okay, well, now that's done. I feel like people, when these shows come out, the shows are good, but they're not like I'm not, if I do binge them, it's not because, oh my God, I can't wait to see what happens next. It's more because I just kind of want to get through it because I don't want anyone to spoil it for me.
Okay. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. Because it happened. Somebody hit me up asking me if I'd seen the most recent episode of X-Men 97. And I was at work because that's how I was watching Fallout. I'd watch like maybe 1 or 2 episodes. Then when I get to work, I'd watch 1 or 2 episodes. I typed in YouTube. The first thing I see on the homepage is the spoiler for this past week's X-Men 97. So I haven't even watched it. So I was just
yeah. No, I totally feel where you're coming from there. Actually, Jasmine right here just kind of said exactly what I was thinking. I binged the first 2 seasons of The Boys and got psychological damage. That's the thing. Sometimes I feel like when we watch these shows, like not saying this is for every show, but definitely for something like The Boys, I feel where you're coming from with that, Jasmine, because that's what it felt like to me. You kind of binging. I think it was the second season of The Boys I was a little bit behind on, but I just kind of let it pile up and just jumped in. And I was like, this was not the right decision. But it just, I feel like it's better overall if we just watch it week to week. And I feel like that's another thing too. And this is hurtful to a lot of those shows, is that, case in point, Fallout's great now, but I'm more curious to see if people will still be talking about Fallout by the time we get to the end of the year. Like actually, not even the end of the year, just a month or 2 from now. Like when the next flash in the pan, the next big thing comes out, I'm curious to know if people will still give a shit. Like, because I've heard a lot of people have differing opinions on Fallout. Like, I like it. I'm not a super fan of the Fallout games. Like, I like the Fallout games. I don't love them.
Yeah.
I like them. So for me, I enjoyed the Easter eggs and stuff, but I'm also the biggest criticism, the biggest critic of it. Like, when I talk with Robo and Cypher about it, like, I'm always like, yeah, I feel like they just spend too much time trying to remind you that you're watching a TV show about Fallout. Like, instead of just letting Fallout be Fallout. Like, every time I look up, oh hey, there's a one of the little Pip Boy bobbleheads. Oh hey, did you see that gun that looks just like the gun from the? Oh hey, there's this costume that's straight out the game. Oh, did you see that one thing that one set piece they used? Oh, did you know that that's from the game? Oh hey, you know when they entered in that one code for something and it was the actual date for the first release of the original Fallout? Like it's constant boom, 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 boom. And it's like, hey, look, I get it. I know I'm watching a TV show about a video game. Stop. I don't need to be reminded.
And on that note, JWR 2.0 saying, good evening, Blerd and Carter. Hope y'all being responsible if you celebrate 420. Ernie said he's going to get his edibles when he's done with this. I don't really celebrate. I don't smoke like that. Was curious to see if any of you have read the Alien comics from Dark Horse or are excited for the upcoming movie Alien Romulus. P.S.
Oh, yeah.
I now just want From the Ashes to get here because Fall of X has dragged too long for me. Anyone else feels that way? Ernie just did videos about it.
Yep.
When it comes to Alien Romulus, I was not at first until I saw who was doing the film. Now,
did you see the trailer?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So it did. So now I'm cautiously optimistic because I actually took a date to go see Alien Covenant and that was time waster ain't the word. So
like it had some interesting scenes, but it was not something that I would ask for my money back.
Dog. I had to make my own fun in that movie. So when it pertains to Romulus, I am a little bit more excited just because I saw that Fede Alvarez was doing it. He did the Evil Dead remake reboot, and I really liked that movie. He did the movie with the evil blind man that you didn't know was evil to the twist.
Oh yeah, Don't Breathe.
Thank you. So yeah, I got my eye on it now.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. I have also read the Dark Horse comics as well.
Okay.
So actually, one of the last ones they did was really good. I forget the name of it, but it was Alien versus Predator. It was an Alien versus Predator comic that was really good. I do recommend that. Let
me ask you.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot.
Since Marvel has that now, can they release that themselves? So now they get in the bag for Dark Horse's stuff?
I think there's like a time limit on, or not time limit, but like an amount of time that they like, because they have been releasing some of the old Dark Horse stuff, but it's the older Dark Horse stuff. I think they have to wait a certain amount of time and then they can do it, because I've noticed Dynamite does that a lot. I think something that I was actually supposed to be doing an interview with somebody to talk about this, but I haven't done it yet. But Terminator, they're taking all the Terminator comics from across several, like over a dozen different imprints and putting them in hardcovers. Kind of like what they did with the Gargoyles comics, the old like Marvel and SLC Press comics. They're doing that, but with Terminator. So it can be done. You could do it. I think there's a certain amount of time, and as long as you have the rights or whatever. And technically, I think Dark Horse is doing that with some of Millar's stuff. Yeah, because now he's exclusive to Dark Horse, I believe now. Which is just crazy to say out loud. But yeah, that said, I think we got, was it 1, 2, 3, 4? We got one more.
Yeah.
And that is from
He's not gonna get me this time. You gonna read it. He ain't gonna get me this time.
Oh, okay. I got you. Afternoon, brothers. I was wondering, are y'all still fucking with Radiant Black? I've been loosely keeping up with the Catalyst war, and so far it's meh or it says meh from what I've read so far. I'm kind of in the same boat. In fact, I feel like it's lost all its hype since the You Decide decision. You are also correct. I feel like I haven't heard anyone talk about it much. Side note, but Rogue Sun Volume 3 just came out, and it continues to be excellent, however. I might drop Radiant Black if the ending doesn't grab me. I'm going to drop y'all if these likes don't start up, for sure, though.
It's funny because I was actually talking to Ernie about Radiant Black this week because the website that we use to get our comic books this on discounted prices has the first 4 trades of Radiant Black right before the Catalyst War starts on sale right now. And they also had Dead Lucky, which is another part of the massive verse with Rogue Sun as well. We are both in the same boat as you. This option A, option B shit Kyle Higgins is doing just did not hit for me.
No.
Like
They should have just stuck with it.
Yeah.
Just pick the one thing.
Yeah, I feel like in you trying to make everybody happy instead of just going off of the fan vote, you have several people like myself that just dropped the damn book altogether. But
yeah.
with you reading it, thank you for letting me know you reading it. Tell me what happened at the end, because I'm not buying that shit.
I was gonna say Rogue Sun has actually been better in my opinion, which is weird because I liked Radiant Black more.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you why I like Rogue Sun a little bit better, and it's something I've subconsciously recognized about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I always talk about Tokusatsu, and I always say that, like, you know, there's Super Sentai, there's Kamen Rider, and like it's kind of like the Elvis Beatles debate from Pulp Fiction. There's Super Sentai people, and then there's Kamen Rider people. Super Sentai people can like Kamen Rider, and Kamen Rider people can like Super Sentai. But one of them is always going to like one more than the other.
Yeah.
I am a Kamen Rider person. And Rogue Sun not saying explicitly it is, but just it reminds me more of Kamen Rider. Therefore, I like it more. Radiant Black reminds me more of Super Sentai. That said, to Lollyhouse here,
hey, that's a name I haven't seen in a while. Hey, welcome back to Lollyhouse.
Says, I want Remy to have a vibranium staff, please. Hey, after that last run-in with Black Panther, he'd be lucky if he'd get a vibranium fork. Look, don't act like y'all forgot about that Rogue and Gambit where they put hands on T'Challa. Look, Rogue had to pull Remy away before he got his ass toe up. Look, he was about to catch it like he did on 97. And then also with the $5 says Xavier can't act right. Can't you see how right this suit is? Oh my god, I love that we single-handedly keep the as a community keep the Juggernaut bitch alive.
When you brought up all those like xenomorphs that could be Avengers and things like that, I thought what if one of them face huggers got on Charles and then we just had a paraplegic xenomorph?
Wait a minute, I can see it now. At some point we get a Did you imagine like one of the xenomorphs, they ain't used to the telepathic power, just get a psychic overload and just burst into acid and then take out 10 other xenomorphs? Man, I'd
just a ball xenomorph in a wheelchair. I would actually scream.
Oh no. 100%,
but that's everything in the Discord, my G.
Yeah, we did it. We got it. We got through it. We gonna have to get through these. Now we got questions from the chat now. We got one here from YTube Noob. It says, question: in the 92 X-Men cartoon, Master Mold turned on Bolivar Trask claiming mutants were humans. Why are mutants treated as separate from humans in media? So that's the funny thing. I feel like it's one of those things where I think it's just whatever suits the narrative at the time.
Yeah.
Humans and mutants are the same. You can't have mutants without humans because they come from humans initially. And even some mutants don't have mutant children. Look at Graydon Creed. Graydon Creed is the son of Mystique and Sabretooth, and yet he is not a mutant. He's a regular-ass person. Fei Long, in the current crop of X-Men comics and Fall of X, he's a human. His parents, I think one, if not both of them, were mutants. Which is also kind of why I was so mad at that story arc. I was like, why are you not following this up? Like, this is something to play on. And I was like, this is more interesting than anything else you got going on in this goddamn Invincible Iron Man book. And yet we're not touching on it. But yeah, I don't know why they choose to separate them, but I guess it's largely because of if you treat us differently, then we're just going to be differently. That's kind of how I have taken it. Our next one here is from JD. Says, question, what do y'all think is the way the resurrection protocols will be walked back? Resurrection of Magneto kind of hinted something when Mags used that key, but curious on y'all's thoughts. Okay, so here's the thing. I can tell you this right now. It's going to be walked back in so much as they're going to find some way to be like, well, the mutant circuit, yeah, we exhausted it or some bullshit, or someone's going to get taken out, or they'll make it to where we can do it, but we can't do it all the time. Because we don't have the island, we don't have the resources necessary to do it in mass like we used to. So like, if they do keep resurrection, the way I would see it working out is that, say someone did die, instead of them being brought back almost like immediately as if nothing ever happened, it would be one of those deals where they might go away for a while and then come back. But instead of it being one of those like, oh, hey, I'm just back because reasons, it's going to be like, oh, we're back because the Five was able to get together this weekend and make it happen, or whatever.
So I feel completely differently. I think it's going to get walked all the way back to a shelf somewhere in a Marvel factory. I think it is gone and it will always be gone. I think it'll be mentioned, but I think we're going to see something more akin to, after everything gets brought back to its X-Men status quo, something happened to where their X gene won't allow them to do something like that. Didn't they have resurrection protocols? But yeah, but my mutant gene won't let me do that.
They're going to do an X-Men disassembled, basically.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody is getting resurrected, and anyone who they gone. Doctor Strange gonna have to bring them back.
And he ain't gonna do it because he already was mad that folks is getting brought back in the Blade book. But Jesse Smith says, question, is Sync now considered older than Wolverine and perhaps Apocalypse? Wolverine, yes. Apocalypse, no.
Yeah.
Because Apocalypse has lived longer than like the amount of time that Sync spent in the vault.
Yeah, it was how many centuries?
It was I think it actually went into the thousands of years. But like even if that's the case, Apocalypse has been alive since long before that. Just based on retcons and stuff. Super Mishima says, question, just curious, since you mentioned you are back into manga, how do you feel about the official releases not being fully or accurately translated compared to the free fan translations? So here's the funny thing about that. I never noticed that sort of thing until it's brought up to my attention. Or like if I see like some fan translations, I look at them and compare them 1-to-1. I start to notice it. But I think honestly what it comes down to is it's the problem with manga there's a problem I'm glad you brought up because a lot of people don't want to mention it. And that is that because of the demand for manga, I think it would not be an unfair assessment to say that maybe some of those translations are being rushed. It's not an unfair statement. And I think, and I'm not saying I want this to happen, but I've talked about this a lot lately. I feel like American manga fans are finally starting to see the cracks in the thing that they love and are starting to accept them. And I like that because I feel like it was always this us versus them mentality. People being like, oh, American comics versus manga, American comics versus manga. This is why manga is so much better and American comics are trash. No, manga is guilty of a lot of the same shit that American comics do. And even some shit American comics don't do. But are egregious things. Nonetheless, the truth is that anime and manga is still relatively new to a lot of people. Like, it's not new to me, but like, and it's not new to a lot of y'all, but to a lot of people who are coming up with it, to them, it's the new car smell. And the new car smell is starting to wear off, and people are finally starting to notice that even when you get this stuff through official channels, sometimes it's not done the way people who are more passionate about it might actually do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my take on that. And then we got boo. That was what, 1, 2, a 3, a 4. Okay. We'll do one more and then we're gonna get out of here. We got one here from Jerome. This question. Isn't it ironic that Ultron and Brainiac, two beings devoid of humanity, solely focused on conquering, look to create female life forms for companionship as if they're human? It is. Honestly, the more I think about it, I didn't say this in the video, but like it was something that was in the back of my head and you just kind of made it come to the forefront of my mind. Is it, yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, House of Brainiac is literally just an Ultron story arc by way of Brainiac. It's like, hey man, can I get that Jocasta in here? Yeah, I can't get that. Okay, cool. But no, it is silly. It is silly. It is silly. I'm now that honestly, when I got to the end of that, not the end of the issue, but like, because it's technically something you figure out pretty early on, even before House of Brainiac starts. Carter, have you read any of it? Of the Superman Action Comics, whatever. So, okay, so basically what's going on is that Brainiac is trying to create something. At first, I thought maybe he was trying to create, like, a child, but the more I kept looking at the images, like, upon rereads, I was like, oh, that's a whole-ass, like, adult body. I was like, he trying to get some cheeks. Lord, this man is out here trying to get cheeks. Man, dude, you ain't got to be a bad guy to get them cheeks, pimp.
Something that you all's partners will say to you when they are mad at you all the time. At the end of the day, when it comes to Ultron and Brainiac, you still just a man.
Right? It's like, hey, you thought you were only Ultron.
You said only Ultron. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think we have overstayed our welcome here. Look, I might go see I tell you what, if this actually happens and it works out, I'm going to actually try and go see the Spy Family movie this weekend. So if I do, maybe I'll come back and talk about it. I don't think there's anything else to announce. There is an Avengers Twilight video on the horizon. I'll probably drop it shortly after this. And keep it locked because I just recently had a conversation with Elliot Kalin of Dynamite Comics, who is writing the Hercules, Disney's Hercules series. So if you are like myself and Carter and you've been enjoying all these Disney drops that have been happening lately, like Darkwing Duck, the Disney villain Scar, Disney villains Malevolent, and Cruella de Vil, and so on and so forth, and Hades. I forgot to mention, he's also the same guy that did the Hades comic. Also, interesting side note, remember that meme about Spider-Man and Sauron where he's like, hey, you got a machine that can, that can cure human cancer. Why don't you just use it for that? And he's like, I don't want to cure human cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Same guy that wrote that. But yeah, I got that coming up. I also spoke with Tom Snagowski and Janine Atchison, who are going to be doing Vampirella Dark Reflections. That interview is coming up soon. I also talked to the brothers behind Akugan, Butcher of Gods, Marewa and Doten. I've talked to them, so I got interviews for them coming up soon. And there is, I don't want to give away too much because it's not finalized 100% yet, but I'll also be kicking it with Brian from Comic Book Breakdown and later Dave Busing from Comic Book Herald on separate instances to talk about the end of the Krakoan era here soon. Those will be coming up over the next couple of months.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is that. There's a lot of stuff happening. And yeah, I'm actually really excited about it. Also, I'm hoping soon, probably within the next month or so, the comic that actually 2 different comics that I'm working on. I'm hoping I will be able to show you something from those very soon, like actual like stuff. If that makes any sense. Like something tangible and real. that is that and I can talk about it on a more official capacity. But that said, that's all I really have to announce. Make sure once again, if you are still here, if you have enjoyed the stream even just a teensy weensy bit and you have not already done so, make sure you click that like button because it really helps us out. It lets YouTube know that you really enjoy our content. It'll also ensure that you get more recommendations from me and you get more notifications about the streams and videos that happen here. Also, if you have not done so already, if you are, for whatever reason, you're a fan of the show, but you just have never hit that subscribe button. Once again, it's free. It costs you nothing. And I think that if you enjoy what we do and you want to make sure you never miss anything, you make sure you click that button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, make sure you have all notifications or all videos checked, and that way you don't miss anything. With that said, we're gonna get out of here. Yes. Someone said I saw. Yeah, the X-Men Onyx is gonna be X-Men Onyx. That is another. Actually, so that's three things. It's actually three things I have in the fire right now. As far as comics that I am working on. So yeah, like I said, a lot of things are gonna be happening. There are gonna be more official announcements coming soon. Right now we are going through the thumbnailing process with my artist. He is actually going through and doing this for me, and we're gonna be doing a little kind of a preview type of story first, very short preview story, and then we're gonna do like a full-on one later. So but like I said, I've already said too much. I don't want to say anymore, and that's it. Now, I'm not saying nothing else. We're done. Carter, do you have anything? You say you're good. You say you don't have any announcements or anything?
Real quick for everybody, the Nerds to Culture stream from this past Thursday is going to be up on Spotify today, if it's not already up right now. And today's Blerd Cave will be on Spotify and all of your podcasting devices tomorrow. So just remember that. Nerds to Culture is going to be on Saturdays on Spotify, and Blerd Cave is going to be on Sunday. So just remember that for your earlobes.
My man. That said, yeah, I think that's it. So
that's it.
For Carter Presents, I am the Blerd Without Fear. And
guess what? We're still number one, whether you like it or not.